alive, feeling fine. We're gonna be here all the time. Do 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 do. Countdown. I always forget to press the fucking countdown button. I just spit all over my monitor.
You gotta make sure you swallow it.
Oh shit, that you can't see my face because it's got the hey guys, welcome back to We Watched the Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is I said it already, it's We Watched the Movie.
You found yourself in a really shitty part of the internet. Welcome.
Welcome. You fucked up now.
Yeah, it's like if you stumbled in on like you're like exploring the dark web and you found one that's really fucking bad. It's like, hey, you want to watch bodies get like incinerated? You're like, huh? I'm going to back out real slow.
It's gonna be Dark Knight. Hey, it's Wednesday, March the 31st. It's the last day of March. March is over now, you sons of bitches.
Yes,
I hope you guys had an awesome hump day because the week has now reached its precipice. We are over halfway to the end of the week for you.
Did anybody hump?
I hope so.
Raise hands.
Hey, did anybody start their morning with sex this morning? That's a good question to ask. I feel like I didn't either, but it's always nice to.
It's interesting.
When you're able to, it's a really good way to start the day. Like, I don't know how you can have a bad day after that. I'd have to go back and recount every single time I had sex in the morning and then ask myself, did I have a bad day that day? And I guarantee more often than not, the answer is no.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I never used to get that when I was married. It never happened. It was a fucking planned event. Like it was like we got a 5-star trapper keeper and it was planned. It was like Wednesdays is sex time after the Mexican restaurant at 7:30 p.m. and maybe one time on Saturday. Okay, gotcha.
It's like did you get the Starbucks sampler?
Well, I mean, at that point, it was so fucking clinical with Skeletor. It was at that point, it was just ridiculous. Like you'd walk in, you'd pop it, like it'd be like getting a shot or something. It was just, it even smelled like. No, that was probably just her horniness, but it smelled like that. What that shit? You know, they clean hospitals.
Like that bleachy shit.
Yeah, that bleachy shit, or even that pink stuff that they throw on vomit in high school hallways.
Oh, dude, that shit smelled the worst. That always made me want to vomit.
Yeah, well, they always did it. They would always. I swear to God, dude, he's like, you'd be going to like lunch, and they'd always wait till noon to throw that shit down. That sawdust stuff. I was like, why are you doing it at lunchtime? Like, I just got a greasy fucking square pizza. Now I got to smell this kid's vomit.
Super nasty, dude. Super nasty. I am the Clit Commander, by the way. But also, the comment from I'm the Clit Commander says, hey, guys, for Friday Night Fights, can you all do top 10 movies in 1999? Great year. The Matrix, Blair Witch. We need more Wahlberg and Slender Man, PS. Hey, did we do? No, last time we did that, we did 96. So we'll have to put that in the little playlist.
Actually, I saw somebody post about that on Facebook. So Clinton says, Jay, do you think your ex watches your videos? I mean, she might be too busy sucking dick in the neighborhood to be, I have no idea.
I'd say survey says probably not.
Yeah, I would definitely say no.
At this point, I don't hope not.
Yeah, she didn't give a shit about the channel anyway, so she probably doesn't remember. She's like, yeah, he was just hanging out with his gay friend that he probably had sex with in the afternoon. I was like, you shut your whore mouth. It was in the morning times when you went to work.
Yeah, we
Him
do.
and I were doing it.
We do it. We're doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. We got a fun show for you guys tonight. A lot of stuff. Got some Halloween kills to talk about. Not real news, probably. Got some Scream news to talk about. Not real news, probably. Got a Spiral trailer that we're going to do a live reaction to. That's absolutely real. That happened. And Godzilla vs. Kong, the spoiler-free movie review.
I was going to say, we talked, by the way, for you Patreons out there, Mike and I, like on Monday, dude, 5 hours, pretty much 5 hours. I mean, we did a 4-hour cut for the Snyder cut. We watched the whole movie. We did a commentary for it, but it was actually 5 hours because we had just planning and stuff like that. It was good shit, man. Good, solid stuff.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get sexy. I hope you guys get to watch it. But also on top of that, I did mention in that I wanted to talk about real quick, but it's not. I can't remember it. I don't have the article in front of me anymore. But it was just something interesting that Mike and I discussed a little bit during the commentary. Zack Snyder was recently on a podcast, and I don't remember the podcast. I think it was from Comic Book News or Comic Book News. I don't know. I think that's Comic Book News was the thing that reported on it. And they pretty much laid out what he was going to do with his version of the Snyder Verse. It was fucking insane, dude.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It wasn't, I mean, I encourage you guys to go back on Google and look it up to get the full story. But basically what it was summarized is that Zack Snyder had planned on the next film, Justice League, was going to be the nightmare sequence where Superman was full on bad guy. It was going to be about him trying to destroy the world. Batman makes a sacrifice. And then he says during Flashpoint, once time is wrung back, then Superman teams up with the other ones, becomes the de facto leader of the Justice League, and in an epic battle takes down Darkseid in the finale. And I was like, God damn, dude, can you imagine seeing that? Like, we'll never, I mean, hopefully we'll get it, but that was a 5-story arc. It was going to be fucking huge.
Yeah, we could have had it all. But
I mean, imagine seeing one movie with evil Superman fighting against Batman. And then, I mean, unfortunately, you'd already know that Batman has to make the ultimate sacrifice, which makes sense because Ben Affleck didn't want to keep coming back, I'm sure. And that was probably a deal somewhere worked in there. He's like, no, man, you're going to make the ultimate sacrifice and be the hero for the team. Dude, Jesus Crystal.
And if Ben Affleck, if things had gone to plan and Ben Affleck was probably, I don't know why I'm spitting all over the place tonight. I don't know if I'm having a stroke.
Your spirit animal's a llama. Watch out.
Every time I talk, I'm fucking spitting like a goddamn gazelle. Do gazelles skit? I don't know, man. But maybe that was the idea, like, because at that point, if he'd have done a couple movies, like, okay, yeah, I'm actually done playing Batman now. This has worked out. This has been great. I've been in 5 movies or whatever it is, 3 movies, 4 movies, and then they kill him, and then they could do, they're gonna do their Matt Reeves Batman and all that stuff anyway. So that would have been raucous.
And it really would be interesting because, like, I mean, obviously the Darkseid, the epic battle with the Justice League and probably Green Lantern would be introduced at that point, coming down and taking on Darkseid with Martian Manhunter and all the others that he probably the Atom might have been in it. But I know that would have been great, but I really would have been interested more in seeing the Nightmare movie, like the entire movie set in that world, and then having Superman chase them down and trying to kill them and shit, like like Injustice, Gods Among Us and shit. Like, oh my God. Yeah, because I know Henry Cavill could have pulled it off. Like, he really could have pulled it off. And actually, Zack Snyder did mention in that interview, he said Superman had the biggest story arc of all of them because he said he
starts gonna say out, dick.
He has the biggest dick and the thickest.
Yeah.
He could literally take his dick out and play putt-putt with the planets if he wanted to. But like, dude, because he said Superman's arc started from Man of Steel. It was going to go and stretch the entire length of the movies that Zack Snyder was going to put out, where he becomes the destructor of the world, then the hero of the world, and finally the savior of the world. I mean, it was, and that would have been, and I'm sure Man of Steel 2 would have been squeezed in there somewhere, and Henry Cavill would have got the fair treatment that he deserves.
Yeah, dude. That's the Warner Brothers is a battlefield, just littered with the deaths of the great things that could have been. You know what I mean? Like, It sucks. It sucks a lot. But in a way, Batman did sacrifice himself. Yeah, and all the cool shit we could have got out of Ben Affleck's Batman.
Well, Ben Affleck sacrificed himself to alcohol.
Oh,
he did.
Hey, I watched The Way Back the other day.
I know, I like that movie. That's all right. It's not like I know fucking Ben Affleck in real life. Shit.
Yeah, but man,
is he here? Fuck him.
Kool-Aid Unleashed says, I had a dream the other day that I was watching Halloween Kills, and in it, Michael was strangling Dr. Loomis with a piano wire.
Oh, shit.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. But Dr. Loomis was played by Jay.
So I died?
Yeah, well, yeah. It sounds
Well,
like you,
hey, that was the quickest cameo ever. But that would be pretty cool if I got killed by Michael Myers doing that.
sounds like you fucking died, dude.
That's all
So
right.
basically, what we unleashed from that Kool-Aid Unleashed is that you have dreams about Jay's death, and that you and I can both. We have common. I dream about Jay dying all the time.
Isn't
And
that wonderful?
they're-
That's what that's 20 years of friendship right there. That's what it
Yeah.
gets you. That's
Yeah.
what you pay for.
And they're-
By the way, Courtney says based off the theme in your room is Dark Side in there. Yeah, it's like I got a boom tube in the back, Courtney. I wanted to say like this with like Dark Side. You already said like this.
Yeah, it was like leaned over.
Yeah, he looks badass in that. Yeah.
When I saw you there, I don't think I got it out of my mouth, but I wanted to be like, dude, you look like you're coming to us live from the Devil's Taint.
Well, I
It
have
looks
been
good,
watching
though.
a lot of creepy pastas. maybe that infected it.
David Nangle III, thanks, buddy, says, "Hey, fellas, hope everyone's well. Who wins in a tag team? The Creeper and Pennywise versus Freddy and Jason for the undisputed tag team belts. Creeper and Pennywise, Freddy and Jason, Creepy and Pennywise."
Well, you know what? Honestly, I like the thing about. I mean, you gotta look at it like this, man. I mean, Jason's powerful as fuck, but the thing about Freddy is he's more powerful if he's got you in the dream world. I mean, you have to catch Creeper sleeping for 27 years or whatever it is to fuck him up, and it's not gonna happen because he stays awake smelling people's faces. And then Pennywise is like a alien. I think Pennywise and the Creeper fucks that shit up, dude. I really do.
I actually think the other side. I would actually take Freddy and Jason, and it's. I promise it's not actually this time, just this time because you said the other thing. But I actually think that Jason one-on-one would fuck up the Creeper. I think the Creeper would come up with his all fucking snarls and shit like that. Jason would fuck him up. On the other hand, if Freddy's taking on the Creeper, that motherfucker's asleep for fucking like 25 years or some shit. Like
27, that's what I was,
Freddy's got all the time in the world to go kill that fucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would depend on when they fight. If it was right after the Creeper woke up, then yeah, it's not gonna happen. But here's the thing, also, I think Jason's so fucking stupid he'd fall in love with Pennywise's lights. He'd be like,
That's a
he'd
good
be like,
point, actually.
pretty lights, mama in there.
That's a good point too. But again, it didn't work for Freddy. You know, Freddy and him went at it. He cut off Freddy's fucking head. Dustin Adams, thanks, buddy, says, "If you boys watched any of Amazon's Invincible, I honestly don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?"
No,
I don't know what it is. I know the movie with Mark Wahlberg. It's a pretty good fucking movie, actually.
Yeah, that's the only one I know of.
I like that movie. That chick did him wrong.
What was the one with M. Night Shyamalan? That's not Invincible. Did he make one called
No.
with Bruce Willis?
Yeah. No, was that called Invincible?
I think that was Invincible. I don't know. Because there was Invincible, then there was the one was like
Unbreakable. No, it's Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
That's
That's
what it is.
what it
Yeah,
is, yeah.
I knew
We're
it.
stupid.
I knew it could not be true. Marco Vivalatoro says, Mike and Jay, your thoughts on The Rock on board with and asking for Warner Brothers to continue the Snyder Verse? Did he? Fucking
that's
did
true,
he?
man. Yeah, my respect
Yeah.
with all. Like, I already have a lot of respect for The Rock, but at this time, definitely no arguments about a reach around for him.
No.
Like none.
That's awesome, dude. That's really cool if he did that. And he's someone that he's the type of guy that Warner Brothers would actually listen to. Like, hey man,
You know
he's
what it
clean
is?
cut. He's not dark at all. Let's listen to what this guy has to say. You know, he could be in a Marvel movie.
I think that The Rock really wants to work with him. You know, he's set to play Black Adam. I think he really understands the Snyder vision, and I think he just wants to be in that world, that Snyder. Because you imagine Black Adam coming in with Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, the real Captain Marvel. I mean Shazam, coming in and like, you know, in the Snyder Verse, dude, it'd be so great. And I think that if anything else, Zack Snyder's proven that he can balance a really fun, organic comedy with someone like the Flash, contrasting to his dark world. Because, you know, I know that Shazam is a funny kind of movie or whatever, like fun for kids, but I think if you intertwine his, you know, vision, Zack Snyder, with Shazam, I think it would work out really well.
Well, it's funny, dude, because The Rock just released this teaser for Black Adam, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that where he's standing. I don't know if he's standing there or not, but it's in the middle of like Madison Square. Not Madison, you stupid cunt, Mike. It's in the middle of Times Square, and it's all of a sudden like it takes over all the screens in Times Square, and it's like Black Adam commercial, and like drops the title, and you can hear The Rock's voice, and he's like, "On July 22nd, the DC hierarchy will change forever," and it like speaks on all the things, and it was a cool idea, but I couldn't help but think there's like 7 hobos right now next to the pizzeria that think that God just spoke to them. Like they have no fucking idea what's going on.
I think if The Rock said, "Hey, what's up?" I would have thought that God spoke to me. He's got a deep voice, but it's kind of gentle. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I saw a concept trailer for it a long time ago, and that's all I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's just a little like the hierarchy were changed and they dropped the black guy. It doesn't have any footage in it or anything. But Austin says, can I get Loomis aggressively counseling a young Michael Myers, Ben Stiller style, i.e. think you're a big man? Well, can you deal with this? Can you deal with this? So Loomis aggressively counseling young Michael Myers, Ben Stiller style.
I mean,
Pretty much
I know.
you with karate.
Yeah. I'm gonna get in your face now, okay? You think you're awesome? You're sitting there, you're all quiet, your lips are squeezed shut, and you got weird long hair, and you think that you're into like Def Leppard and shit. Do you know what I could do to you if I got close enough like that? See, and you didn't even blink because you think you're badass and you're not. You're just a stinky kid that needs his diapers changed. You smell like shit. Shut up. Read the name badge. Dr. Loomis. You're in my world now, grand boy.
Would you say grand boy?
Yeah, because I guess Loomis would be old enough to be his grandfather.
Oh, yeah. Grandbaby. Grandbaby Myers. Fuck. The
That's
rest
a good one. That's interesting. Hey, do a character in the style of another character while talking to another character. I'm a dude playing a dude dressed as another dude. I don't even break character until the DVD commentary.
The Rusty Lion, thanks, buddy. He says, what's up, guys? Thanks so much for the share on your site. You're a very kind gentleman. Stay strong. Hey, man. That fucking video that he was wanting us to watch, that Michael Myers edit that he did, was fucking bomb ass. That shit was dope as fuck. I did an article on the website Monday with that, and this other guy did the Halloween 4 gas station scene in the style of GTA 5. Like he used GTA 5 to create.
Oh yeah, that's badass. So
Yeah.
I guess you modded the GTA 5? Like,
well, not him. That wasn't him. That was the other dudes. I just posted an article with both of the videos in there, and his was like this badass fucking tribute that like tied all the movies in together, and it was basically just like a fucking hype man video. It's like if Michael Myers, if the Halloween franchise was a basketball team, this was the video they would play on the Jumbotron with Kevin Garnett's big fucking face in there like like it was dope, dude. It was really good.
Yeah, I thought he was part of that. That GTA 5 modding community is out of fucking control, dude. Like they're still talking about the mods on that. Like GTA 5, it's still like hot. It's so hot right now. That GTA is so hot right now.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're through the main patch, the main hairy patch. The super chats to start the show. What do you want to do first, man? Do you want to just get the trailer reaction out of the way? Do you want to do that first?
It don't matter to me, Josh.
How do you feel in your nutsack?
I don't care. Let me feel. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
You've got 3 bulls?
There's 3 bulls in there.
You've got 3 bulls?
Ball. It's my future telling ball. I don't really care what we do, honestly. I mean, we could talk about Kong and the Godzillas, or we can get into the spirals.
It's Sean Connery's birthday.
Sean Connery's birthday. That's the shittiest bagpipes we ever heard.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's just do it, because that'll be the technical part. We'll get that out of the way first real quick.
Okay.
Kelly! Can I take your phone?
I like how we both are calling for our significant others. Like,
Tonto!
I need her earbuds.
Excuse me, Flo.
It really is like...
Thanks, babe. Take it slowly.
I mean, what did you want me to do? Like, he hawked at my burger. Really wimped out, man.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to watch the Spiral trailer with you guys for the first time. We've never seen it. It'll be a pure trailer reaction. Just let me put this squeezy thing in my ear hole. I'm going to go through your text while you're not looking. I have to use Katie's phone. Let's see here. Spiral trailer. Make sure you do the Lionsgate one. Did you get the link I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up, let the ads play through. Oh, there's no fucking ads for the first time in my life. Okay. Okay, so what we'll do, guys, we're going to watch this. This is our first time watching it. We're going to watch it with you. You already got your shit ready?
Yep.
Well, spaghetti, fuck me in the tank. Ooh. Let me see. I'm not going to look at the screen, but I got to test the square footage of it all. Hang on, I got to make us tiny. Oh, that's not the right one. Look, technology, buddy. It'll get you if you ain't ready for it. Woo-wee. All right, put us up here on the tippity top. And then if the video plays, bigger. Make it bigger, man.
Get everybody out of here.
Okay. All right. Oh, shit. Hey, your phone turned off. I don't know how to work a goddamn iPhone.
I can't figure them out at all. I just got the Androids.
Me too, man. I'm an Android all the way. PC, buddy. PC. Get over there. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Sucking, fucking, and touching.
Get everybody out of here.
This package just came in.
Yeah, just open it. There's nothing unusual about that.
Get everybody out of here.
It's better be Jordans.
No, they're gonna be that Nas X Satan shoes.
Play me.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
Jigsaw?
It's from Tiffany's.
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw Killer was dead.
He is.
Find him. They're hours, not days.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can trust!
You can't do this alone.
Whoever did this has another motive. Something personal.
When was the last time you saw your father?
That's what happened with debt collectors getting your
Jigsaw copycat. It's gonna go sideways fast.
All available units, officer down.
That was just a diversion to get us out of the precinct! I need everyone on this case! He could be anywhere. He could be anyone. We're gonna tear this city apart.
I'm gonna let him spin like a spiral.
Hello, Detective Banks. When was the last time you saw your father?
Was he sitting on fucking needles?
Father's Day? I don't know. That was.
It's been too long, Steven. It's been too long since I've seen my father.
Yeah. I mean, it was there. It's all right.
You know,
I mean, they didn't really. I mean, I'm glad they didn't really give you a lot to go off of there.
like it was. I like that half the trailer was just Chris Rock being like, "Where's this motherfucker?" You know, I mean, just
You know
doing
what's funny,
Chris
dude?
Rock voice.
I was thinking that every time he was talking, yeah, when he was getting excited and he's trying to describe what he was going to do, I felt like he was screaming at that one guy in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He was like, "Taste the booger flavor. Give me a coffee." like when he was screaming on stage, he's like, "I want a white boy delivering my coffee." He's like, "You put a booger in this, taste the booger flavor." I don't know why. I don't know why I felt like that. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it's good. No, I'm thinking of, or was Danny Glover in one of those?
Yeah, he was. He was in one of them, one of the Saw movies.
Oh, he died, didn't he? Yeah. I was gonna say, why didn't they bring Danny Glover back?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, and like, he's pretty old, but you know, and it's kind of everything they said it would be, right? It feels more of like a detective movie, like an edgy detective movie than it does a Jigsaw movie. I think, you know, you saw somebody had some metal shit on their fucking grill, and then like, what the fuck was going up with Samuel L. Jackson at the end there? What was he like? Was he literally like sitting on like goddamn needles? What was that trap all about?
He was probably in the green room when he's working for Quentin Tarantino. He expects perfection. You imagine if Quentin Tarantino was directing this? Woo-wee, I'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah. I would love to see Quentin Tarantino do a Saw movie. That would be fucked up. But yeah, I mean,
what's your vibe though?
Mine is like, it's cool because if someone told me, "Hey, we're gonna take a detective movie," and let me preface it with this: these days, it's kind of hard to get any like just a random detective movie greenlit, right? Like you don't see him anymore. You don't see him just like a movie that's an original property that's not based off a book or something that was just a decent script. Hey, let's slap an actor in here and do a detective movie, a detective thriller movie. And then they do that with this, and they're like, okay, well, how are we going to get that done? Put Saul in it, and now you get to do that. So I don't mind it because that's just the way things work nowadays, though. But I think that if I had to guess after watching this trailer, is that there's nothing that really crazily stands out about it either.
Yeah, I didn't really get pulled in by it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that it won't be good, and I'm definitely not like shitting on it, but at the same time, I kind of felt like it was almost like, again, it's gonna sound like I'm taking a dump right in its mouth, and I'm not, but it almost feels like it's a Netflix original series based on the Saw movies. Like if it was on Netflix as an original title, it feels like kind of like that, like a Netflix produced movie. That they were going to do episodically for a couple of weeks, which would be cool. But and then also I didn't personally, I just didn't care for Jigsaw's voice. I didn't like that shit. I was totally expecting the old school voice, and I know that we got to move on, we got to do things differently. But
and we know that's not actually Jigsaw, right? So, but
I just did I didn't like it too much. It sounded like a whispery version of the that woman from The Scariest Places on Earth, the one that Poltergeist. You didn't know that they were still in the house, like that one Zelda, or whatever her name was from
This house is clear.
I just didn't. It's not my thing. But again, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, it could be it could be the best Saw movie to ever exist.
Yeah, and it could be. I think it's going to be a good detective film, maybe. And like, I like Samuel L. Jackson. I love Chris Rock. But they're really laying heavy on the Seven vibes. They even mentioned it themselves. It's like Sevenish. And I mean, they're laying the Seven vibes thick. Thick as fuck on this, and like, you know, with all the way down to them pulling the dudes in the bed, and it's like a red herring or whatever. The dudes in the bed, they pull off the thing, and it's the pig mask. You know the scene in Seven where they pull the face off the guy, and he's like, and he like scares the shit out of
me. The one that was still alive.
Yeah, it feels a lot like that. I don't know. I think it's going to be a good thriller detective film, and it'll be nice to go see that. I'd much rather go see this film than go see a sequel to that Jigsaw piece of shit we got a couple years ago.
Yeah, I swear, Saw is the strangest franchise, really, as far as horror is concerned, because they have such like in the middle, they have some good shit, like some good movies that come out, and then prior to that, and then after, like a movie after that, it's just a shit sandwich all the way through it. And then you'll get one more good movie. You're like, oh, that's a good one. And then you'll go right back to two more, and it's like, oh shit, they fooled me again. Yeah. It's a strange up and down like EKG that it's weird. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I want to see it, but at the same time, I don't know. In a way, I've never been. I love Saw 1 and I love Saw 2, and like I said, there's a couple of gems in the Saw franchise, but it never really hooked me enough to really give that shit that much about like them continuing the franchise or the series alone. I think that it's run its course. Once Tobin Bell was gone, I was like, man, you probably could have locked it up there. Like, I get the idea of a Jigsaw, like it's a killer that wants the copycat, but it's not the OG. I want to see the original. But anyway, but yeah, I think. Oh God, I don't know. It just feels like lukewarm to me. It feels like it could be on TV. Like, I don't know. It's not that it's not good, and you know, it's like I do like detective stories and stuff like that. Well, okay, even if it's not a Netflix produced show, if it was like what's that show that they did with Matthew McConaughey on HBO?
True Detective.
True Detective. If it was like a True Detective story. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was an HBO like True Detective, that's what it kind of feels like, True Detective. So
I'm actually happy that it's in theaters, because I think that like going to see Saw films in the theater is like a fun thing no matter what, because it went through that run where it's not quite nostalgia yet, but remember when they went through that run with the Saw movies when they first started coming out, it was like, boom, Halloween, new Saw movie, boom, Halloween, new Saw movie. And it became almost like a thing that you did on Halloween, whether it sucked or not, we'll go see a Saw movie. Maybe, you know, we'll just get drunk when we go see it and we won't even pay attention to it. So it'll be nice to have a Saw movie in the theaters again. And again, dude, I'm actually excited about the possibility of having a good detective film in there. I have a weird feeling though that I'm not sure how actual deep Saw fans are going to feel. I think, what if we may have another Wrong Turn on our hands where people go see this movie and it's actually better than the past 5 or 6 Saw movies that have come out, but it still gets shit on because the main hardcore like Saw community is saying, why'd you call it Saw? Why'd you call it? They're like, we didn't fucking call it Saw. It's like, why'd you say it was from the book of Saw? It's like, because we had to sell fucking tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be like that. I mean, they definitely changed the voice up, and I mean, I saw a picture of Tobin Bell, like the cops were doing research, so he's probably going to be mentioned for sure. They've done the copycat story already, like the guy that the girl copycat killer, all that, they've already done it. It almost is like they're retreading some stuff, adding a little different flavor crystals in there, and saying, "Here, chew 5 gum."
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but I could be wrong, and I'm not saying it's gonna suck. I'm not like, don't get all mad about it. Don't get your tits all twisted up. But I'm just saying, I think it's gonna be one of those movies it could be really good or it could be really shitty.
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss.
No, I think that's fair. And that comes from, I'm excited about it. Like I'm actually pretty pumped about it. But what you just said is exactly fair. I mean, there's nothing in that trailer that tells me for sure that's not going to be a hot, steamy piece of shit. To me, there's also nothing that says it's not going to be fucking awesome as a 7-ish type movie. So we'll see.
But you're right, though. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like Final Destination. It's the exact same thing. After a while, the story didn't matter anymore. People were just going to see the unique, cool kills they could come up with. I mean, really, at that point, they were like, "Oh, how are they gonna fuck that person up this time? Oh my God, they use a spike that like literally lawnmowers their butthole. I never saw that coming, and it was a real torture device. Whoa!"
I wonder how gory it'll be. I wonder if it'll be gory. If they'll ratchet it up or ratchet it down.
Rated R.
Yeah, it's rated R.
So yeah, they'll I mean, it'll probably be decent. I mean, it's not gonna be NC-17 or anything like that, but it'll be decently gory, I guess.
Okay, so Gypsy Warrior wrote us out a little dialogue. Do you see the chat?
It's behind. My video's all fucked up.
Oh, this one's kind of old, so if you scroll back down, you'll see it because it's one that we each have to read. It's almost like a dialogue. It's the men. Man. Fuck, the Few Good Men. It's a Few Good Men between Mark Wahlberg and Slender Man. It's short.
Was it a super chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. Okay.
So he wrote this out, so we'll display it.
Okay.
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. You need me on that world. You need me on that world. Idiot.
I think we're done here.
You think you done? You a coward human being. I don't.
No,
I got.
no more questions,
that's a badass movie though. That's so fucking good, dude.
That is a great fucking movie.
You know that. I don't even think Tom Cruise was acting scared. I think he actually was scared because Jack Nicholson is such a great actor and a superior actor. He was like, holy shit. And like, it was like, you imagine if you were an actor that, like, hey, your whole role here is you're gonna cross-examine Jack Nicholson and he's gonna get pissed, and you're like, hey Jack, and you're sitting around the craft tables and you're all talking. He's like, I can't wait for you to get out there, kid, and show me what you got. And then he just fucking takes over, and he's like, and you're like, holy shit, Jack Torrance from The Shining is literally yelling at me. And it's like, we fucking, because they cut to the scene where Tom Cruise and he's like, I think he's fucking legit scared, dude.
Man, that's such a great movie. Hey, you know what another badass Tom Cruise movie is people don't talk about? It's The Firm. Firm was a dope-ass fucking Tom Cruise movie, dude, for sure. Intel Wild says, thanks, buddy, by the way. He says, if we can get to 350 likes during the live stream, then Intel throws down a $50 bomb. Hey, appreciate that, man.
Sweet. Awesome.
I like what you're doing there. You're leveraging good things for us against good things for us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't say it the other way. If we get 350 dislikes, I'll throw $50. I'm like, well, let's go, guys. Either way, let's go. But yeah,
mighty nice to you, buddy. Thank you.
The thing about it, The Firm, I like The Firm. The problem with that, it's a long fucking movie and it takes forever to get going for some reason. Like I watched
it
that,
really
like,
does, yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, just get to it.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie. It sets itself up, and it's like sometimes when you over prepare and it's like it's not even a multiple choice like exam that you were preparing for. It's just like, we're gonna give you the answers. It's on the board. And you're like, shit, I studied for 2 weeks straight. Like, it's open book.
You're absolutely right about that. It does take a while to get going. I've showed it to people before. I'm like, you're gonna love this, and then like an hour and a half in, they're like, God damn, man, I'm fucking bored. I'm like, shut up and watch. You know what I mean? Like, it's good.
Yeah, you have to wait. You have to wait for the payoff. But I've had people like, they'll start falling asleep. I'm like, well, whatever. If you don't want to watch good movies and you're just an asshole, then whatever.
Hey, you know what a great movie that you have to wait for the payoff for that rocks the shit is Primal Fear. That man, when Edward Norton's like, I won't ruin it in case you haven't seen it, but when he's like, that shit is like, oh,
when I first watched, I don't even know why I watched that for. I was a kid, dude, but I remember watching it, and when that twist ending happened, it twisted my nipples through the TV. It was so twisty.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my fuck, dude! I was like, holy shit! And then everybody was. Then who is it? They were like, is that the greatest twist in cinema of all time? And then somebody actually pointed out, and I was like, you got an argument there. Scary Movie. with Doofy. I was like, you got an argument. I was like, because a lot of people didn't see that coming. Obviously, they were parodying, like what was that movie? The Mod Squad. I don't know if that was the movie, or Usual Suspects.
Yeah,
it was the same kind of scene. They were imitating that, but it was still like nobody saw that in the movie theater. Like, what the fuck? And he was a handsome looking guy too. Like, holy shit.
He was, dude. Still is. Blood Red Skies, thanks for the super chats, buddy. He says Spiral is what the little things should have been. That's interesting too, if you think about it. Like, the way that they did the little things, if that was like a thing, they could have gone like a deep, dark detective thing for it.
You and I liked the little things a lot more than a lot of other people did. So
yeah, I love the movie. I love the feel of it. I hated the end of it, but I think a lot of people did. But that's my jam though. Like those dark detective movies that are like kind of fucked up and sort of horror-esque. That's like one of my favorite serial killer horror movies when done right. Can be some of the best, which is why again I think I'm so looking forward to Spiral from the Book of Saul. But Saul 9.
It gets confusing after a while. It's like, what the fuck is the name? Yeah. Like, it's like, how are you pitching that in emails? Like trying to get your movie made. It's like, it's called Spiral. It's like, oh, so it's an original movie. It's like, no, it's from the Book of Saul. It's like, they made a Book of Saul. When did that happen? It's like, no, it's just the name of the movie. It's like, when? Like, okay, so it's Saul, but it's Spiral. Spiral Saul.
And
like,
actually,
no, it's
we dropped from the Book of Saul.
In it. It's Spiral. Book of Saul.
but they dropped the from the Book of Saul.
I know.
Like if you go to IMDb, it just says Spiral now.
it's like that. Who's on first?
How can we fuck up the marketing for this easily? That's one way. That's one way to do it.
Hey, why don't you just call it Saul 2.7 or whatever?
I do want to know from the chat though. What did you guys think about the trailer? I didn't catch many of your thoughts. Even if you want to just do it in numbers, 1 to 10, what do you think about the trailer or what you're going to think about the movie? I want to see what you guys think about it for sure. Because it's interesting. It's like the trailer wasn't bad by any means, but there's no holy shit moments. I think they wanted the pig face to be a holy shit moment, but I don't know. I
mean, maybe for super fans they loved it, but I don't know. I'm not a super fan of Saul, but for me it was just there's a real fine line where it could really suck cock. It could possibly suck cock all the way through it.
There's definitely a cock-sucking variability in there.
Yeah, you have no idea. I mean, it's just one of those movies. You're gonna roll the craps and see what happens. Or roll the dice. I guess that's how you play craps. I don't know. I never got invited to play craps.
I never played craps.
I watched people play it in school. Like we went to like a very ghetto school. Like I watched people in the hallways throw fucking craps, and I was like, "How you all doing? What's that?" Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll watch over here and try to learn.
yeah. You didn't fuck around at our school, man. No. Not at all. Clinton gave it a 6. Josh Ayers gave it a 6. Kane B gave it a 6. Marco gave it a 7.5. Julie gave it a 5. Berto a 6. Robbie says it looks okay. Jason a 7. Haddonfield gave it a 3. Fat Pat with a 7. Mitzi with a 7. Bat, same thing, 7. So we're getting a 6 to 7 vibe from everybody. That's about right.
6 to 7 feels right.
Yeah. That's about fair.
And I really hope it comes out to be a 10 because all it does is reinforce the idea that comedians and comedic writers have a touch in some instances for horror movies, and where Chris Rock is helping produce this, he's starring in it. If it's one of those movies that really takes off and it does well, again, just like Us and Get Out did really well for the and Halloween, obviously 2018 Halloween. I like that. I like the idea that you can get unexpected great plots and great movies from unexpected places. Like nobody would think that comedians it's gonna be shit.
Yeah, exactly. Cody Buchanan says, I found Saw movies boring. I don't know. I just can't get into it, but I'll give this one a try. I understand what you're coming from there too, because like for me it was go see it in the theater, like it, love it, hate it. It's a piece of shit. I'm probably never going to watch it again. Now, the first Saw and the second Saw, I've watched multiple times. I don't love the second Saw as much as other people do because it's like I don't like any of the fucking characters in the movie. It's better than most of them, but I hate fucking everybody.
I like that one girl's from Seventh Heaven. Every time I say Seventh Heaven, she fell on those needles. God damn, I hate that scene when he throws her in the needles.
I always think of, yes. I always think of this part myself. I do. But let's do the Scream news real quick, and then we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll do the Halloween Kills news, and we will do our Godzilla versus Kong review. Does that sound nice?
We're sorry if some of you guys popped in here just to listen to the Godzilla versus Kong review. We will get to that though, but it's gonna be nice and packaged because we're not gonna spoil it because it just came out.
Yeah.
It just came out today.
I have noticed something, though. I've noticed a recent trend with the audiences out there. And the recent trend is, and this was mainly with the Snyder Cut when it came out, a lot of people, even if you say no spoilers, they're like, I'm not watching a fucking review for it until the movie comes out. And I can respect that. I can respect that because sometimes even when you read like the Rotten Tomatoes blurbs for something when you go to watch a movie, do you ever catch yourself sitting watching a movie and going, "Oh, that's what that guy was talking about," and it completely takes you right out of the fucking movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I hate that, and the only time that I rely on that and I like that is when it's a horror movie with herky jerkiness in it, and I need that play by play, like I'm listening to John Madden in my earpiece. I will literally mute the movie and read Wikipedia, the whole plot.
But don't you think that hinders your review of the movie though? Because like if you're not as scared as you should be because you knew it was coming because you gave yourself that padding, are you giving a fair review?
Yes, absolutely, because it still scares the fuck out of me.
But you can't be like, hey, this wasn't fucking scary when you knew it was coming because you read about it.
Absolutely incorrect. I've been plastered fucking drunk and watched something that scared the shit out of me back to sober. It scared me straight. I couldn't. That's absolutely.
That's
we went to. I don't even know. We went to Movie Tavern before and we watched some fucked up scary movie. I don't even know what the fuck it was. And I was like 4 or 5. I was like 2 pictures in, and it still scared the fuck out of me, dude. I was still fucking scared. Like, no, like the plot, because here's the thing, the plot, if you know the plot and you know what's going to happen in a horror movie, for me anyway, it's still not as scary when I visually fucking see it. It's still gonna scare me. If it's some herky jerky going la, 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 at the screen, it sticks in my brain for days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that all I'm saying is that's the reason why I thought to maybe leave the Godzilla vs Kong review for last, just in case there's anybody that doesn't want to even hear a review about it before they watch it. But I mean, it came out yesterday. A lot of people have seen it, and there's
movies like that. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to spoil. There's basically one gigantic spoiler. 2 spoilers really, I guess, who wins, right, and then who shows up, and one of them is almost widely known, but we'll be careful.
Unfortunately, I did see a couple people posting. I don't know if they posted in the fan page or not. I can't remember, but they did post they probably didn't think it was a spoiler, but if you post one particular thing, and then you have like a booyah or some shit like that, it's like, yeah, okay, so you just gave it away. I mean,
yeah, that's absolutely true, dude.
It's like the WCW Monday Nitro when they were announcing the winner because the Raw was taped, and that was their tactic. They were being little assholes about it, but that was the war. They would announce the winner on their pay-per-view, and I was like, God, that's some slimy shit, but that's smart because their shit was live. Nitro was live, and they'd be like, oh yeah, Mankind just won the championship belt over on the other channel if you want to go watch that, or you can watch this live event.
They did that shit on purpose too. You know,
I know, and I think Vince McMahon, like, I know one of those guys. They were like, yeah, it was a childish thing, but they felt they needed the edge, so they did it. I'm like, it worked because people were like, well, fuck you, and they're like, I guess I'll stay here and watch this live.
Simone Morris says, hey guys, it's just a 4 for me. I was really excited for him, but I was expecting something more 7. I hope you're doing well. I get what you're saying. Like, even though they did push towards the 7 vibes, it didn't really have that thing there. But then again, did anybody know 7 was going to be 7 before 7 came out? I don't know.
Well, 7 really was like it set a fucking
that shit set you on fire.
Dude. Like it set a bar that people, like, a lot of detective movies are still hitting. I do think the movie that I think is going to stick to their guns, and I think it's going to happen, like, as far as like the vibe of 7 that we're getting. I dropped my headphones. Is Matt Reeves' Batman? I do think it's going to be. I think it's going to stay within the 7 vibe.
That did have a 7 vibe to it, yeah.
Yeah, and I think someone had said that. It's like, don't be surprised if Batman loses in this one, which is interesting to say the least.
God damn it, shit.
I know.
That would be wild.
I know that Warner Brothers had said there was rumors about them wanting to make Robert Pattinson their only Batman in cinema. I'm like, well, how's that work though? He's in a separate universe unless you're going to use Flashpoint to bring him into the.
That's such a dickish thing to say. Like, no, our Batman's going to be the only Batman. There's going to be no other Batmans because I don't want any other fucking Batmans, okay? Our Batman, fuck you.
Well, you know what that is? That's a middle finger to Zack Snyder. That's a middle finger to even bring him back or considering Ben Affleck.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you just zoom in on your face and give me your reaction if Batman actually dies at the end of Matt Reeves' Batman?
Okay. I feel like Van Damme when he was like blinded by Chung Li. He was like, I will walk out crying manly tears for 3 months straight if that fucking happens. If Batman dies in that Matt Reeves movie, or like Even if he's defeated, I cried when Rocky gets defeated in Rocky 1, and I'm like, I'm fucking skipping it, and I'm going to Rocky 2. Fuck that didn't happen.
Yeah, dude, that would definitely be the case. Okay, real quick before we go to break, we'll do the Scream news, then we'll come back. We'll have Halloween Kill stuff to talk about, and then finally, Godzilla. Let me show you what I've learned from this Texas street.
Okay. Action says Jay on the toilet. That's exactly the look when it's like especially painful one. You're absolutely right. That's like that one when Halle Berry is clutching her Oscar in her hand and taking a painful shit.
I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this yet, but there are wild rumors about in the Scream universe happening right now, and it's just crazy, wild, wackadoo, freaking poo-poo. This thing's whole. You guys know what happened with Halloween, right? Like since Halloween 2018, Reddit posts, script leaks, everybody, the spoilers, all this stuff. 79.5% of it not true. 10% of it was just a lucky guess, and then probably, I'm not good at math, but like probably 4% of it actually ends up being true. Yeah. But there's some wild stuff happening. Now it's happening with Scream as well, and still happening with Halloween, but we'll get to that later. But anyways, here is, by the way, WeWatchedMovie.com for your horror movie news. Go there. That's what I'm showing you right now. There was an alleged Scream screening, a secret screening that apparently took place, if you believe the internet. This person on Reddit posted, and this was just shared by somebody that said, if this is true, then this film's going to be lit as fuck.
Do you have a Reddit account?
I do. It's ours. It's just We Watched a Movie.
Oh, I joined on my own to just still read all the creepypastas. That's literally why I joined it. I laid in bed last night till like 2:30 in the morning reading it through all creepypasta shit.
That's the most believable thing I've ever heard in my life. I totally believe that, and that's not a knock on you. It's
no,
just,
I know. I just like.
Hey,
it.
That's such a Jay thing. But this guy posted. He said, "I've seen an early cut of Scream." And immediately you're like, liar whore. But I'll read it anyways. He says, Matt and Tyler screened their first rough cut for the studio recently, and I was present. Approximately 25 people were in the room. It's one of those things where you're lying your ass off. You just give a bunch of details so that nobody knows you're fucking lying. I'm not risking doxing myself, so please don't ask who, what, when, where, why, how. Let me ask you a question real quick. Do you think that anybody who's professional enough of a human being to be on the set of a screening of Scream 5, that's one of 25 people, you're thinking all the producers, the actors, the directors and stuff, they're important enough to be one of 25 people in the room for a Scream screening. Do you think that person, A, would do this, and B, would say something about doxing? Probably not. That sounds like someone on Reddit who just likes to make up shit, but hey.
Sounds like somebody who was the former cousin's brother's former roommate. He knew a guy who knew a guy that one time flew around the world and knew Amelia Earhart. That knows a guy.
Exactly. But continuing, he says it's very good. It's very fucking good, even though there's still work to be done, more edits, ADR, grading, etc., movie terms. The studio notes were minor, and there won't be reshoots, because I talked to the director. He didn't say that part. Some fantastic kills, 2 particularly unnerving chase sequences, really strong characters. There's one bait-and-switch scenes that I heard multiple people gasp at, including myself. Let me just interject here real quick again. This is what WeGotThisCovered.com does. They just say shit that makes sense. And then if they happen to be right, they go, see, remember that time in 1992 I was right about that movie? Believe everything I have and every scoop for the next 20 years because I'll fucking talk about it. I will talk about it.
That sounds like a husband and a wife arguing, and the husband gets the argument one time correct. And the fact that he said is true. He's like, remember 6 months ago when I said that? I told you, because every time else he's wrong.
Yeah,
he's going to hold on to the one time he was right.
That's what he's doing here. He's saying, he or she is saying very obvious things about a Scream movie. Okay, there's 2 chase scenes. What? Chase scenes in Scream? There probably are. It must be real.
I don't believe
there's a bait and switch.
I don't believe you.
A bait and switch scene in Scream? There's always bait and switches in Scream. He's telling the fucking truth, John.
Yep.
Anyways, smart. I honestly, like, I'm not even, like, I respect the hustle. I don't know what the fuck the point is, but I respect the hustle.
Says, do they just lie? Are you out of your mind? They tell the truth.
If you are justice, do not lie.
If there is a church of truth, a cathedral of truth, if you will, it would be here, based on what this man is talking. He is just a preacher for truth. The internet never lies. You have to mind.
But it says, let's see here. some fantastic. Okay, I said that already. Ghostface is menacing and stealthy, but also very, very brash. The whodunit element is played to perfection because that's what Scream does, and it's a great motive. The meta lens is quite unique and very fun because that's what everybody expects it to be. There's some great commentary on gender roles because it's 2021.
Yeah, of
the
course.
film is deserving of Wes's legacy because that's what everybody's been repeating. The OGs have purpose, but it's also great world building with room for sequels because every fan expects that's kind of what's going to happen. Anyways, this is probably going to sound stupid. It does.
It already does.
But I feel almost the same way after watching this as I did with Parasite. It fueled FUELLED my expectations and then completely subverted them. Basically, this is just this dude's review of how much he liked Parasite, which was a really good movie. This really has the potential to reboot slashers, just as the original did. It's innovative and will have people talking. I will also say that 95% of the spoilers I've seen floating around here are dummy. But here is the kicker, okay? Here's what's kind of fucked up about the whole thing. It ends with, if it's true, and I believe it's not, a huge fucking spoiler for the movie. It ends with the quote, "When are you fuckers going to learn? This is my story. I make the fucking rules."
Okay, so you're trying to say that Matthew Lillard might be in it? I don't know. That might be your big shocker.
I think what he's trying to say is that Nev Campbell's the fucking killer, but I don't believe it, so
maybe
I'm sure it's not.
All I hear when you're reading what he said is virgin. Like, I just feel like it's virginity on crack. It's somebody that needs attention so badly that they're going to take a franchise like Scream that everybody's looking forward to and put it on Reddit, by the way, because you know that shit's real, and then fucking be like, guess what? I seen the movie and I'm gonna put it on Reddit. No, child. You need to go see therapy because you have no sense. Yeah, it's a person looking for attention. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to believe him because he's so hyped up about his own fucking lie because he's trying to hype me up. And
I gotta make myself believe it, dude.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate his attempt to make me hyped because I kind of got a little hyped for a second. Then I'm like, nah. But I was like, I can't though, man. You're lying so It's like that one guy that always says he does. Like when you say you do something, like you're like, hey man, I took up rock climbing. He's like, oh yeah, that's great, man. Because one time, me and this dude, we went to Mount St. Helens. I climbed all the way to the top and climbed back down, but he died. The guy that I was with, and I had to tell his wife and everything. It really sucked, bro. But yeah, good luck on the rock climbing. It's always that one guy that has to up everybody else. He just reminds me of that dude. I don't know. Yeah. It's all bullshit, dude. It's fucking Reddit. You're not gonna get real shit. It's like, okay, let's go to 4chan and they're gonna tell the fucking truth.
People share this like it's a real thing, and then what happens after that is this person comes out again. We don't know if they're real or not either, but someone comes out and they said Scream first cut. Here's what they said. I'll just kind of paraphrase this one real quick. He says, I got word regarding multiple individuals posting here over the weekend that may want to clarify a few things. I can confirm there is a very rough cut of Scream and that the directors have played the cut for studio and financiers. I can guarantee that no one who is posted here claiming to have seen the film actually has, though. Don't ask me how, but I know 100%. So I don't know if this is true or not, but if you believed, if you're going to believe some random dude on Reddit, this is another random dude on Reddit. Pick which random dude on Reddit you want to run with.
You know, this motherfucker, this Reddit guy, his Xbox Live gamer tag is Tornado Tacos 43. You know, it's some weird shit like that. It's like, yeah, Tornado Tacos 43 told me all about Scream and Halloween Kills. It's for real. He posted it on Reddit. They don't let anybody just post there. Oh no, I'm making myself giggle. I gotta pee.
You want to pee first?
No, I'll wait. No, go ahead. We'll finish the story because you were talking about the guy. He pretty much discredits the dude anyway.
That's pretty much the whole story, and we're gonna take turns anyway. But I mean, like, all I'm saying is, like, it's just like, honestly, I'm not even mad at these people anymore. And we'll get to this when we get to the Halloween Kill story because it's more of the same shit. But it's like, how many fucking, like, you almost have to respect that. It's like hackers, you know? Like, these guys just want to watch the world burn. Like, I know that it's for one reason, right? The only reason it could possibly be that you would go out and just make up this lie is because maybe you do that in your life and you're just going to do that on the internet too. Or because you just want attention. Or because you're just fucking having a fucking laugh with your friends. You're like, look at all these fucking dumbasses. Watch this dude. I bet I could start a fire. Do you want to start the fire? The fire rises, and then they just put up some shit. And here we are talking about it.
We know a guy that does that shit. That literally fucking lies about everything. He was like, this one time I took out $125 trillion from the bank, and I don't know why they didn't let me. But I had to give it back because obviously that wasn't in my account. I was like, first off, there's no such thing as $125 trillion. That's not even a real fucking thing.
It's that friend. It's that friend who goes and empties out the vodka bottle and like wastes perfectly good vodka, and then fills it up with water and goes, "Hey guys, I bet I could chug half this fucking vodka."
Yeah.
And then he stands there and he does it, and then like halfway through he's like, "Dude, I'm not even drunk." And like you pick it up, you're like, "This is fucking water, dick." You know what I mean? That's basically that version of that person on the internet.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. Yeah, we've run into a few people like that. I even know someone. Well, we both know that. I know, son, because I have a blood belt Shidoshi. I have a karate belt that is a blood belt Shidoshi. It's like you can't have a blood belt because there's no such fucking thing, and you can't have it's not named after the belt. You can't be a blood belt Shidoshi. They don't even have that. He was like, actually, I know because I was in the Navy. It's like, okay. I traveled the world and I saw one time in deep Japan.
We got one guy in the chat trying to do that right now, Ash Williams. I think the mods got him and blocked him though.
Yeah,
He's just trying to. Don't believe
guess,
that. None of that shit's true, guys. Trust me. Fucking.
Yeah, look, we got mods in there, guys. They'll snap their fingers. You'll disappear like the Ash that you are in Thanos.
Vinny C says, "Dad joke McGee here. In which Halloween movie will everyone be bare ass the entire time?" Halloween Ends. Because of the butt. Get it? Because it's their end. Hey, you're the dad joke guy, you fucking twat.
No, I was reading something. What did you say?
Vinny said, dad joke time. In which Halloween movie will everyone be bare ass the entire time? Halloween Ends. Bottoms.
You know what?
Bottoms,
Vinny,
McGee.
if I were a single, 35-year-old woman that was recently divorced, I would look over at you and you told me that joke with a malt liquor in my hand and be like, I'll have that. I like that.
And then Marco V. Villatoro said he said the Spiral trailer made me think of Hellraiser Inferno for some reason. Actually, I kind of get those vibes too. And we love Hellraiser Inferno.
Hellraiser, yeah, but I don't know. Well, I can't lie about that because Hellraiser Inferno, I never would have thought when you would see it like coming soon to DVD or whatever. You never, when you saw that trailer for Hellraiser Inferno, you were like, oh, this is gonna be good. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, what if that happens, by the way? What if Spiral comes out and it's the most raunchy, fucking nasty, wild fucking ride you've ever seen in your life? Like,
by the way, Action,
crazy,
my bro. Here, what do you call a pig that knows karate? What do you call a pig
Pork chops.
that knows? There you go.
Fuck you! I got one.
How come every zoo animal are terrible at tests?
Because they're cheaters.
There's too many cheetahs.
I got it still. I still got it.
Yeah, they're not cheaters. Cheetahs.
2 in a row. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
I
what
was
I meant to
asking
say.
him, asshole. Like that's like the one kid that's like, I'm desperate for the gold star in 4th grade. I know the answer. No, yeah, but I'm sorry, I haven't really looked up the dad jokes in a while.
The Shape of the Shadows. Thanks, buddy. He says, sup, Mike and Jay and the Wham fam. Do you think WB will listen to the fans and restore the Snyderverse? I think they should. Also, can I get a shout out from Slenderman for me and Nikki? I'll let you do that first before we answer the thing. For a Slenderman shout out for Nikki and Shape in the Shadows.
Nikki and Shape in the Shadows?
Yep.
Me hope you're doing well, Nikki. Me hope you're doing better than that one Nikki man that used to front that rock band. Didn't he snort like ants with Ozzy Osbourne? And Shape in the Shadows. You did come after shadows now. All right, come in like at least at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Come out of the shadows. Let's enjoy ourselves. Go to the park or something like that. It's fine. But me hope you're doing well. Shape in the Shadows and Nikki. Okay, go some more Salmons, by the way. They got some good advertisements out there. You can have it your way. Better than Burger King. Thank you so much.
I like that he's thanks so much.
It's just one of those things. Like, I always feel like he's just like overly confident, like in his mannerisms.
And to answer your question, I don't know. I fucking don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll happen or not. I will say this: people review bombing Godzilla versus Kong as a release the Snyderverse movement is apparently, yeah. Like there's been articles like all the fucking Restore the Snyderverse fans are review bombing it. Now
I hope not.
Well, here's the thing. And that's a 2-pronged thing. The people who are doing that, it's fucking stupid. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Why would you want to ruin it like another filmmaker's big day and a bunch of people who worked really hard on a movie's day? Because I get that you want to restore the Snyder Verse, but that's the negative, awful way to fucking go about it. B, the media has taken a small group of people who have done this. I can't believe you've done this. And what they've done is they've acted like it's the whole restore the Snyderverse community.
Hey, Mike, Ash Williams, you're gone. Can you get him out? He's blocked the mods. They can't get him.
Oh, yeah.
Your crusty butts in the air. Bye-bye.
Dude, why? Like, I mean, again, I know that you're pissed because you're the guy that posted that on Reddit and you're a compulsive liar with no fucking life. But I mean, you could have just, not done this.
Yeah, you could go.
That would have been cool. I guess we found out who did it, right? Hey, I should send your shit to the people who make those fucking movies and be like, hey, this is the fucking guy. This is him.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, can we all just come here and have a good fucking time without that bullshit happening? Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, did your mom not hug you enough? Did your dad not pat you on the back enough? Did you, like, I don't know, go to the circus and get jealous of every fucking kid with cotton candy because your parents were pieces of shit to you? I don't know what your fucking problem is, but you're gone, dude.
Honestly, it's the fucking truth, dude. Like, why? Like, we're just having fun here together. Why do you want to ruin movies for people?
I swear to God, dude, if you were in certain parts, like, I swear to God, if you were in certain parts of the real world,
oh, you'd never do that.
Your fucking face would be pancake mix. Like, it would be bad.
Yeah.
People don't put up with that shit, man.
Bye. Bye.
Don't write, bitch. I'll write your mom. And I can't wait for the excuse to come back too. Yeah, they said something about my mother. My mother died 25 years ago, and I've been, yeah, it's always something like that.
Oh, it's always fucking something, It's always something. Like, it's never, hey, I was being a real dick and trying to ruin movies for people. Maybe I should do that next time. No, it's always, you did this to me.
I felt like Tony Stark, dude, because I saw Ash Williams, and I'm like, that's not your name. You don't deserve it. like in Civil War. Drop it. Anyway, I'm gonna go tinkle. Yeah, I gotta go really bad.
All right. Yeah. I
so you can handle this awkward moment afterwards.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that. It's not awkward for me. I just don't. Yeah, I don't understand it, man. Like, I don't understand it. Like, hey, there's people over here having a good time. I want to come in and fucking just be a dick. Yeah. How about that? Like, if you just, like, would not be a dick and just, like, be reasonable, could have made some friends. Could have had a good time. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand people these days. I don't understand it. It's the internet. It's like people who dislike videos or, like, say mean shit in comments and all that. It's like, man, like, take that negative energy and go and do something positive with it. Go find someone's channel who has fucking 7 views and 2 subscribers and comment and be like, hey, it took you balls to make this video today, man. It took you balls to put your face out there or to take time away from your family or to try something new because maybe you don't like your job and you want to do this or anything. Like, people are trying to do something good for their lives when they're putting content out there. Unless it's hateful, mean content. They're trying to do something positive. They're trying to fucking... whether it's make a small difference in their own life or give themselves a hobby that makes them feel good about themselves or whatever it is. Who on earth wants to go out and tell people they fucking suck? Like, who wakes up in the morning? You know what I wake up in the morning? I wake up in the morning and I say, man, I can't fucking wait to get to work. I cannot fucking wait to get to work on this fucking channel. I wake up happy as shit to go and do this fucking channel. And to go and find people and talk to them and talk about movies and do what we love to do and support people who are trying to do the same thing. And then there's other people that, like, either they want to be a slithery fucking snake in their fucking grass and they want to, like, work their way into communities just so they could fuck with people personally. I've seen that too lately. Or you've got other people who just go out and they just, like, watch a video like, you're fucking fat and blah, blah, blah. I can't tell you how many times I've been called fat or whatever else on the channel. It doesn't bother me. Like, I don't care. But, like, God, if you just took that and did something positive, do you know how much better your day would be? If you went out on someone's video and you said, hey, man, I noticed that nobody's watching this, but I'm going to share it. I'm going to subscribe. I think you did a good job. You know how much better you would feel inside if you did that? Instead of spoiling movies for people, if you went out and, like, supported, like, a fucking fan film and said, hey, Maybe I can't even donate to your fucking GoFundMe, but I'm going to subscribe or I'm going to put a positive comment up. You'll feel better about yourself. Like you're only hurting yourself. That's all I'm saying. Put positivity in the world. Use the internet for something fucking good. Jesus Christ. For 2 fucking minutes. That's the end of my rant, and I'm sorry I did it. But that's how I feel. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's so easy. Fucking sit down right now. Take you 2 seconds. Make someone's fucking day. 2 seconds. You don't even got to go to the fucking soup kitchen. You don't have to do charity, nothing. Sit down, find a video, say something nice, make someone's fucking day. Message a friend. Hey, man, I noticed you got a new job. Congratulations. Hey, man, I noticed you lost a couple pounds. Congratulations. Do something positive. You're going to feel so fucking much better about yourself, and you're putting good things into the world. But now that really is the end of my TED Talk. Hey, have you guys ever seen a chocolate-covered Twinkie before? It's a chocolate-covered Twinkie. It's like a deep-fried chocolate-covered Twinkie. I'm going to eat that shit later. It's going to taste good. Not going to look good on the scale, but I'm going to eat it. What's up, Janae? Woo-wee! Gypsy Warrior says, Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash is the greatest unmade film. We did a script recap of that, and it was fucking cool. I would love to see that film actually take place. I would like to watch that shit happen. I really would. I would really love to watch that shit happen on screen. It would have been fucking wild. It would have been absolutely goddamn wild. Have you guys ever had a late, by the way, also, as well? Hey, we cracked the 300 crack. Congratulations, guys. Thank you all for being here tonight. Over 300 people in the chat right goddamn now. That's fucking cool on a Wednesday. It's fucking awesome. I got some fun news for you guys, too. We are about to unleash a coffee. That's right. We have a coffee coming out very soon. We'll have more details soon, but it's called Monday Morning Brew.
I thought you were doing this. Bad baby, bad baby.
Bad baby, bad baby. Yeah. I like doing that. Hey, I just went on a huge, massive TED Talk rant about being nice to people on the internet. So I left you in the awkward court now, you slut.
What did you say?
All I said was that it's really way easier to be positive to people on the internet than it is to be negative.
Yeah, and in real life. That's weird how that works.
It's true.
Flip-flop situations.
Yeah. Ooh, Blu-ray Addict said Sopranos or Breaking Bad. I definitely got to go Sopranos, buddy. I watched 2 episodes of it last fucking night. Gonna watch it after the stream tonight. Rewatching the whole series for the 3rd time. So fucking gabagool. It's a great time.
I watched it like 6 months ago. Man, yeah, it's Sopranos for sure.
Yeah, I do love Breaking Bad too. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a good time. Woo-wee. We'll just sit here awkwardly and stare at each other. Yeah, man. I didn't know. Well, yeah, that's Mike's not lying, man. It's really weird how people act like assholes on the internet because they're keyboard warriors, but it's like you would never say dick ever in real life. You wouldn't say shit, but they get all like, I've got balls of steel behind this keyboard because guess what? I'll never see your face. It's ridiculous. Is it my turn for a TED Talk? No, I don't. I don't want to get into it. Like, I say my philosophy in life is pretty simple, man. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, that's all it is. I try to treat people with as much respect and dignity as I can and be very kind to them because I want to be treated like that. But if they're assholes, I will snap Jim on you, Slim Jim. But I don't like to do that. That's stupid. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm trying to think what to. I don't know, guys. Like I was gonna say, what have I been up to? Like I've been watching some creepypastas, like a lot, and it was kind of like infecting my brain for a while. Like my girlfriend looked at me and she said, "Why are you so sad? Why do you look so sad?" And I was like looking off in the distance. You know how those creepypastas on YouTube are. Because I was just being infected with them and I was like listening to their stories. And I'm like, what if this really happened? I don't know. It was just, but they're interesting. I love creepypastas, man. Like they're my faves. I can read about them and I can listen to them on YouTube. Mr. Creeps is really good. King Spook is really good. Creeps McPasta is really good. It's like, I'm their biggest fan. But yeah, Star Bear says, why your room a dark red? Well, because I spilled Kool-Aid on the lights and I just can't get them out. No, it's a light thing. I can change the colors, but I don't know. I just decided red tonight because Godzilla versus Kong. I don't know. Um, Jay's been looking at them creepy pastas because hope they're not al dente. Yeah, yeah. I know. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I like the N64 creepypastas and the Rugrats one. Those are good ones. I do know what you're talking about. I also listen to a shit ton of the Mario creepypastas. Those are pretty decent. And then Ben Drowned, based on Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda, is an all right one, but it's been done to death. But it's not bad. I do enjoy that one too. Tomo Gato, what about the creepypasta Russian sleep experiment, Jay? Yeah, that shit fucking scares me, man. Like that shit, like, by the way, that thumbnail that they use for the Russian sleep experiment looks like every kid that crams before the SAT. like on test day, they're like, oh, like, that it's a good creepypasta though. That's a really good one. Troy Grubb says, hi Jay, how are you guys doing tonight? Just got back from the movie theater, just saw Godzilla versus Kong. I love it. I'm glad you did, man, and that's awesome that you got to see it in the theaters. The one thing that we will talk about, I'm sure, is that I watched it on HBO Max, and I'm sure Mike did too. It definitely would have been way more beneficial to have watched it in the movie theater. So I wish I could have done that, but unfortunately I didn't get to. But it looked like I could imagine how great it looked and sounded on the big screen. Evan Underwood, it's the birthday of Evan. You know what? Happy fucking birthday, Evan Underwood. And goddamn Carrie Underwood for not coming on here and saying happy birthday to you. That's bullshit. But happy birthday, and I hope it's full of greatness. Let's see. I'm going. Oh yeah, Joshua Ayer says I love Lazy Masquerade. He's really good too. All these guys got deep, sensual voices too that I only wish I could have when I'm talking to a woman, because it's always like, I went downstairs and little did I know that she would be looking at me once again. Then it happened. A crash through the window. Sweat forming on my brow. I didn't. It's always like the things like, God damn, because it gives you like ASMR, like tingles a little bit, and then at the same time it scares the shit out of you. So it's like good sex, but she uses whips. like you don't know if she's gonna drop the candle wax on your nipple or something. Yeah, we're talking about those creepy pastas.
Hang on 1 second,
25 Savage 2005 says, Jay, what's your favorite Ghostbuster moment? I really liked it's not probably the most popular one because there's so many great moments to choose from in Ghostbusters 1 and 2, but I really liked at the end of Ghostbusters 2 when the painting changed after they beat Vigo the Carpathian, and it was all 4 of the Ghostbusters holding baby Oscar, and it was like must be early 20th century. Egon explaining the origin of the painting, and you hear Bill Murray Peter saying, no, I believe it's one of the fettuccinis. I thought that was really funny.
Hey, happy birthday, Evan. Evan's 22 today. Happy birthday, dude.
I wished him a happy birthday earlier for sure, man. And I said, goddamn Carrie Underwood for not coming on here personally thanking him for his birthday.
Mike said, are theaters not open where you live? They are open where we live. Actually, I saw nobody last week in the theater. I was going to try to see Godzilla vs. Kong in the theater today, but didn't, I wasn't sure about my 5-year-old's she's a psychopath. So like, we're like, I don't know if I don't want to ruin the movie for people. But
by the way, don't worry about it's got to go. He's like, go get her, Ray. That was a good one too. Ghostbusters 1, man, has got some of the best shit. And actually, Ivan Reitman, they asked him a long time. They asked him in several interviews about Ghostbusters. They're like, did you ever think that movie was going to be as massive as it was when you were filming it? Which is always an interesting thing to ask a director on a blockbuster film like that. And he's like, the scene where all the Ghostbusters are walking towards the camera and that fog is rolling in behind them, and they're like, let's show this prehistoric bitch, how we do things down. He was like, right when they all 4 were walking towards the camera and that smoke was coming in, they were all in uniform. He's like, I knew we had something amazing. And I was like, yeah, man, that was a fucking epic shot.
Yeah.
I'd be like, holy shit, man.
My absolute favorite movie, I've talked about this 100 times before because it reminds me of the channel, but when they're standing outside and like Ray, or Peter gets kicked out of the college, and they're standing out there, and they're like,
that's
"What are we
great
gonna
one,
do? What are we gonna do?" And he's like, "We just need to do this, 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 this." He's like, "Well, how are we gonna do that?" And he hands the ball. He's like, "I don't know. I don't know."
Does this pole still work? Hey, we should stay overnight. Sleep here. See what it's like.
That or the scene in Ghostbusters 2 when they've got this pink slime and like the toaster, and they're like screaming mean shit at it while like it's like popping up. I love that scene too.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're not sleeping with it, are you, Ray?" It's like, "Oh, it's always the quiet ones, and you helped." Also, and I kind of think it's like me and Mike when we were like, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna take Dana out. I don't want to lose. I'm gonna take some money out of the petty cash." He was like, "Actually, this fabulous meal represents the last of the petty cash." And then Bankman looks at Ray's like, "Slow down, chew your food." Oh man, those are great movies, man. Ghostbusters 1 and 2 are so good, and for me and Mike, Ghostbusters 2 is on the same level as Ghostbusters 1. I know it's not popular to say that, but I like them both equally.
Yeah, I did too, dude. Same thing. Apparently, we missed a couple super chats. Bernard Cozy said, "Speaking of fan films, you see Dave's It's Me Billy trailer looks amazing." Yes, Bernard, we actually did a trailer reaction to that. You've not been watching the channel, whore. I'm kidding, but no, yeah, we did. It looks amazing. It looks awesome. Gypsy Warriors has thoughts on Nolan's plans before Ledger's tragedy. I don't remember.
I didn't know anything,
but I know that I think he planned on they didn't. They could have brought him back, I guess. I don't remember. I do remember reading something about that. I don't remember what it was though, Gypsy. Sorry, man. And then finally, Courtney Reed says, "I want to be the first to taste Monday Morning Brew. We'll provide massages and happy endings for the opportunity." I haven't tasted it yet, and it's funny because so I'm talking to the guy about making the coffee or whatever, and I'm like, "Well, I mean, we should get a sample or something first." He's like, "Dude," he was like, and this is not the guy who runs the coffee. This is an in-between third-party guy, and he was like, "It's fucking awesome." He's like, "It's fine." He's like, "We'll obviously send you some. So if we try it, it sucks. We won't promote it or anything, I promise." But he said it's Guatemalan coffee. It's a Guatemalan blend. It apparently fucking rocks. So you'll have more about that in the coming days. We'll definitely put that up.
I promise. If we taste it, it's like it tastes like feet. We're not gonna review. We're not gonna speak positive about it. But I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
But it's a coffee that's already out there. It'll just be like our branding on it. It'll have Michael and Loomis and Chalice on the cover of it, all sitting around drinking a cup of coffee, and it's called Monday Morning Brew. But the reviews for the coffee are already fucking amazing, and it's the same price as that coffee would have been too. So I'm fucking jacked about it. I love coffee, dude. I can't wait to try it. Mary Service says, "Hi guys, thanks, Mary. Appreciate that. I hope I said your name wrong. Didn't fucking butcher it. I probably did." Mary Service.
I'm gonna say Mary S. How you doing?
That's probably smarter. Marco says, "Mike and Jay, if you guys could choose one other actor that could have fit Ghostbusters, who would it be?" Ooh, in that time,
another actor. Well, I'll tell you who the guy they were. Well, there's two. Actually, the original plans for Ghostbusters was going to be John Belushi in place of Bill Murray if he hadn't died, and then Eddie Murphy was actually going to be Winston, Ernie Hudson's character. So I mean, if you're gonna pick either one, I would go with the alternatives. It's funny, dude. The story behind that is that Dan Aykroyd wrote it for John Belushi and himself, and then unfortunately John Belushi passed away, but he approached Ernie Hudson to play the part of Winston, and Ernie Hudson he approached Eddie Murphy, and Dan Aykroyd said they were on the set of Trading Spaces, and he said he asked Eddie Murphy, he's like, "Hey man, I got this great script. It's about these guys that they catch ghosts and then they contain them. What do you think? I think you'd be a good fit for Winston." And he was like, "What is it about catching ghosts?" He's like, "That's fucking stupid." and he turned it down. But and Dan Aykroyd's not mad about it. He's like, he went and did Beverly Hills Cop.
So not a bad choice. Either.
But
hey man, Ernie, I thought no banana, no tailpipe.
Hey man, if you got. But again, I love Ernie Hudson so much, dude. But Eddie Murphy in that role, if you got Eddie Murphy and John Belushi,
wild, dude. That would have been wild as fuck. Gypsy Warrior says DiCaprio as Riddler with Joker as a reluctant ally. DiCaprio as Riddler. DiCaprio could fucking do anything, dude. He could sell ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. So yeah, I think DiCaprio could probably do that shit.
By the way, did you see that? I'd never seen it before. Did you see that screen test? I don't know when they released it. They showed a screen test of Nolan's Batman Begins, and they showed obviously that Christian Bale in the Batman mask, and he was just doing a scene or whatever. They showed that he did good. Obviously, they showed Cillian Murphy as Bruce Wayne and as Batman, because that's who Nolan really wanted.
Yeah.
The thing about Cillian Murphy, he wasn't bad looking in the Batman mask, and I'd never seen this before. He actually looked okay, but when he was fucking Bruce Wayne, and he might have been fucking Bruce Wayne, but when he was portraying Bruce Wayne on screen, he's like, Rachel is talking, and then he says something else, and dude, this is like, he looks at her like, I thought true crime detective stories was gonna happen, dude. He looks like a serial killer from fucking hell. He's like, I brought the gun to kill him.
I gotta watch that. You told me about it.
I was like, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't work.
You told me about that, but I gotta watch some good ideas from the chat. By the way, well, Chris Snyder said that Chevy Chase turned down the opportunities of Ghostbusters, but he had beef with
Bill Murray.
Yeah, with Bill Murray, so that makes sense that he would do that. And then Austin said Chris Farley busting ghosts, holy shnikes, dude, that would have been fucking great.
Look,
man.
if you're gonna talk about if they got, we know that the new Ghostbusters is gonna come out, and I'm glad that Paul Rudd's a part of it. But I think the dream team for a Ghostbusters brought into the 21st century would have been the Broken Lizard team, the Super Troopers back in the day. I think those 4 guys, like, I think they would have fucking murdered it as Ghostbusters. I think it would have been insanely good.
Ironically, we always thought like Paul Rudd, Seth Rogen, a couple of people from that crew would have done a good job with it too, and Paul Rudd's actually in the new Ghostbusters too. Stephanie Johnson says, this is funny. Have you heard about Lil Nas's Satan shoes?
Yeah, we just talked about that. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Look, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to stay relevant. If you got to sell yourself the devil and rip off Nike's design just to keep your name on the billboards, man, good for you. I mean, you got to hustle.
She wants to know Dr. Loomis's thoughts on Lil Nas's Satan shoes.
Well, I mean, like I was saying, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, your goddamn music career's gone down the toilet for a couple of years. You don't know what to do, so I know what I'm going to do. Fuck Reebok. Fuck Adidas. Give me those Nike ripoffs, those big lot Kmart shoes called Satan's. And then I'm going to make a music video about me lap dancing on the devil and butt fucking a pole. I like it. Guess what? You're back in the news, you stupid shit. Enjoy it. By the way, in all honesty, I don't give a shit about Nas. I don't care what he's doing. I know some people are getting their feathers all ruffled about it. I don't give a shit. But I do know that Nike is actually going to, apparently they're bringing a lawsuit against him. Like, that shit's going to happen.
How are you going to make a shoe with the Nike symbol on it? It's
that's
not
what I'm
from fucking
saying.
Nike.
And then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like Nike's like, I mean, dog, do you know what kind of beef you just bit off? We're ready to go to battle with our 30,000 lawyers. Your TikTok shit can't stand up to the real power.
This shit makes no fucking sense, dude. It apparently has like actual blood in the soul, which this gives me the opportunity, because I'll take this opportunity anytime I fucking can to throw you guys. Let's pretend we're on Shark Tank for a second, and then we'll do the Halloween Kills news. Jay, I know you're probably sick of hearing me say this, but I think it's a great fucking idea. Okay.
What?
In the vein of what Lil Nas has done.
Is it Lil Nas?
Lil Nas. It's not Nas. It's not the.
Oh, I thought it was
Nas
Nas X or some shit.
No, it's a Lil Nas X. He's the guy that that Old Town Road
So
got the horses in the back.
He's getting the startup NOS for his car in Fast and the Furious. It's those little cans.
But
that
hey,
Paul Walker was using.
I have a restaurant tier idea I want to do if the channel fails, and maybe even if it doesn't. I'm totally kidding, by the way. I'm not actually gonna do this. It's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But look, Chick-fil-A, right? We've all know that Chick-fil-A, they got lines wrapped around the building constantly. They're the most popular fucking fast food restaurant in the world. At least in Kentucky they are. But they've also come out and been like, hey, we don't like any people getting married. We got all these problems with all this shit. We're closed on Sundays because, the holiday or whatever. My idea is this, and I'm not a Satanist. Okay? But my idea is this, just pure monetarily gains. I say that we make a Satan's chicken. We call was that the name for it? I don't remember. No, it's Big Gay Chicken. We call it Satan's Big Gay Chicken, and then we open them up next to every single Chick-fil-A in the world, and we're only open on Sundays. It's only open on Sundays, but you go there for Satan's Big Gay Chicken, and it's hot chicken. It's all spicy chicken, right? And you got strippers working the fucking the poles in the middle of the restaurant.
With Big Gay Chicken is if it's hot and spicy.
you got a bunch. You got the LGBT community working the fucking registers. You've got strippers on poles. The number one item, by the way, and we're only open on Sundays. Number one item, the Anton filet, because Anton LaVey, the Satan guy, the Anton filet. It's the hottest sandwich that we have, and we're only open on Sundays. Satan's Big Gay Chicken.
Yeah, we could call our chicken fingers Satan's toenails.
I like it. Yeah. They make a nice like mountain. Get a deal with Mountain Dew, like a witch's
I'm not
brew.
gonna lie, that as far as like getting your name out there right away and getting press coverage from CNN, Fox News, TBN, you definitely know TBN's gonna be covering that. Turner Broadcast
It's gonna
Network.
get. Oh yeah.
The TV evangelicals are gonna be like breaking fucking holy like bottles full of water on our faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a smart decision. You're immediately gonna launch your fucking brand. And then you're like, by the way, I'm not really a Satanist. It was just like for how to get my foot in the door.
Yeah. You know, like
it's kind of like Marilyn Manson be like, by the way, I'm a Baptist.
You got fucking fire throwers in the parking lot, you know? Dude, I hate fucking Chick-fil-A. I'm just gonna say I hate it. I go there, you go to Chick-fil-A, there's 1,000 goddamn rich white people in the line. You can't even fucking get in there. Like, it's just fucking chicken. It's pretty good. But you finally get up there and they're like, no, we do things differently. We got somebody standing outside. Fuck this drive-through thing that we bought and just put here so that we could put some guy out in the cold weather, 2 degrees an hour. They do pay their employees well. But they're like, no, you gotta go around here. Here's the schematic. You gotta go left to pick up your food. You gotta go right. They're weird as fuck. They don't just say thank you. They say my pleasure in an all sexual way. I don't know. You know, I got a problem with
JT
Chick-fil-A.
Custom says Mike's gonna get canceled. I was like, well, I mean, I really don't think so, my good sir, because like it's literally in line with everything else going on, and no one's been canceled. You got wet ass pussy and Nas X out there fucking selling Satan shoes, and everybody's praising them as heroes. So I don't think you're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, you can put blood in fucking shoes, and I can't eat a gay chicken sandwich.
I don't think you go get canceled. Like that's the kind of flipped up, fucked up world we live in right now. That's like Ghostbusters 2. Flip City. Like it's like that song Flip City. But yeah, I mean it's weird, dude. It's weird. Like you're gonna cancel a lot of other bullshit, but you're gonna keep wet ass pussy and Nas X shit.
So what you're saying is that you'll totally invest in my restaurant venture?
Like as long as it's right now, and then as soon as it switches over to like normal minds take over again and common sense rules, and I'll be like, Mike and I were doing that as a social experiment. And obviously it worked.
Hey buddy,
because you bought into it.
Pop-up restaurants. Yeah. We could do it.
Yeah. That's all you got to do is you got to have plausible deniability. But now that we've said it on our live stream, we're probably butt fucked.
That's true.
Like, our whole plan's been laid out.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, like you got the fucking background for it too. We'll just do the ad, which is you sitting there like, come down to Satan's Big Gay Chicken. Woo!
If I went to a restaurant like this and it had this light and shit, I'd get sick before I walked in the door. I don't know why that would just make me sick. I wouldn't want to eat there. Like, because I mean, even drinking now and then having this kind of light sequence going on around my face, I kind of want to throw up. I don't know why. It's like, you know, when you drink too much and you go out to a strip club and like you're like, I don't, you know, I've already had too much to drink and now I gotta like, you know, these floppy titties are in my face. Those are nice, but I really don't
smell like candy though.
Yeah, they smell really good, but then at the same time it kind of activates something in your tummies and you're like, I just gonna go vomit. I don't know. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah. Hey, at the very least, we should make a T-shirt. Satan's Big Gay Chicken.
Hey, that's a good idea. Robbie Cozell says food truck. That would be a smart idea. We could
Satan's Big Gay Food Truck.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do. You call it if you call it Hell on Wheels. like fire. You know what you could do? You could sell fiery ass tacos that use like Carolina Reapers in their tacos.
Yeah, dude, that would be fun as fuck. I would work at a food truck if it was if like we own the food truck. I would totally do that. That would be fun.
Yeah, like if you want to get the hottest fucking tacos and burritos in town, come on down to fucking the fiery Satan's truck.
No, you gotta say it. You gotta say Satan's Big Gay Chicken Truck.
Well, I mean, maybe you're not gonna sell. I mean, if you're Satan's Big Gay Chicken Truck, but I mean, we're selling burritos and tacos
from Satan's Big Gay Chicken Truck. Chicken tacos.
Yeah,
I'm bullish on the name.
C. Kruger says Hot Wheels. That's good. Yeah, we'll get sued by Hot Wheels. That's a good one.
So like, you can't name your restaurant Satan's Big Gay Chicken. I'm like, that guy's driving around with a gigantic rebel flag on the back of his fucking truck. I can name my restaurant whatever the fuck I want.
By the way, I don't know. We're at 3:20, which thank you guys so much for sticking around with us and hanging out.
Not sure
I don't
why.
know if we lost like 8 of you or gained 8 of you as soon as it got into the Big Gay Chicken talk and Satan's butthole and all that shit's going on. I don't know what happened, but we're happy to have you.
Yeah, absolutely. The Shape of the Shadow says, just want to say you guys are amazing. Love you guys in the Wham fam. Thank you all for all you have done into the Wham fam. Thank you all. So happy to be a part of this. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for the fucking nice positive comment. You know, you guys are fucking rad. This is an awesome community and we're lucky to be a part of it. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
I like Mike Bagalone. He says, okay. I love looking over at the chat and it's just like this basic okay.
I'm gonna get that idea on Shark Tank. You fucking mark my words. Jeff Harris says, echoing someone in the chat, Michael Keaton would have been great in Ghostbusters. Absolutely, dude.
He would have rocked that shit.
He would have been great.
Haddonfield 88 says, "What kind of cigs do you guys smoke?" We smoke those Marlboro Lights.
Marlboro Lights, baby.
But we shouldn't smoke them at all. But
yeah, smoking is bad for you. Morphine
because we
is
took
bad for you.
we took the lighter option. Okay, we're not trying to get lung cancer. We just smoke Marlboro Lights, not Marlboro Reds. Are you serious?
Yeah.
And by the way, that's why the cigarette companies had to change that, because people thought Marlboro Lights, Marlboro Ultra Lights, that they were somehow getting less nicotine. No, you were still getting the same amount. You just smoked more of it. That's it. And you paid the same amount. So you might as well just put your mouth around an exhaust pipe and breathe that shit in for the amount of packs you smoke of lights and ultra lights. But
Galford's dog says, Mike, there are a lot of gay people who are upset with Lil Nas X for associating the LGBT community with Satanism.
I would be too.
I doubt they'd appreciate a straight person doing it. I'll actually add something, a straight white person doing it. You know what? You're absolutely right. But I feel like the LGBT community would also agree with the fact that there are some people who only eat Chick-fil-A because they apparently don't support gay marriage is twice as fucked up as anything I would be doing. You know what I'm saying? I think, that's all I'm saying.
Look, I'm not a part of the LGBTQ plus community at all. And I mean, I could only, imagine, the struggles and things that they've gone through in their lives. But at the same time, I could get it, man. If somebody's trying to sabotage what you guys have worked for, this little asshole from TikTok, and trying to make a big show about it and trying to make him the center of focus, fuck him. And I'd say fuck anybody that does that kind of shit, because it's all about them then, right? It's not about your movement. It's not about trying to get your shit out there. It's about that person getting fucking attention. And that's the word. When you hijack a movement like that and then you make it about yourself and they get the fucking attention and they get the retweets and they get all that bullshit press, absolutely not. Because 99% of homosexuals, lesbians, trans people, any of those, they don't want to fucking have anything to do with assholes like that want to present themselves in glittery fucking Ric Flair jackets and be like, woo, this is the way it is. Yeah, it is. Here, buy my fucking shoe that has an upside down cross on it with blood all on the tongues.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. No, and to be fair, that would be a conversation that we'll have with the investors. Should we actually go through it? To me, Big Gay Chicken is not about Satan's Big Gay Chicken's not about combining the LGBT community with Satanism. It's about a smack in the face to those who think that chicken has anything to do with religion at all. It's fucking stupid. But I think we've talked about this long enough. I didn't mean for it to go on this long.
I had a good time
to walk away.
Yeah, that was fun. But let's get into some sexy news.
Thank you. John Struck says, if H78 came out today, what would the reaction be? If it came out today, the reaction would be it's slow. There would be people who would love it. The mask is great. I think it would overall have positive reviews, like an A24 type movie would have. But overall, I think there was a big group of people who would call it boring. There's not enough deaths in it. But if you go back to that time, it was that a lot of that shit was fucking, you know what I mean? Like it was total different time, so the movie was received better. I don't think it would be received as good today.
What was the question?
How do you think Halloween 78 would be received today?
Yeah, it would like filmed in the same way. Or like, are you talking about
the exact same movie? If it came out today, how do you think people would receive it?
I feel like people would feel like, you know what they might look at it as is they might look at it as like a grindhouse film. You know, when Quentin Tarantino did that with Robert Rodriguez, they'd probably be like, oh yeah, it's cool, man. It was simpler times. It was a great story, but I don't know if it would have the same kind of level of mystique and majesty that it had at all when it came out in the late 70s. So.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about for sure, though. But I mean, seeing that mask alone, seeing it for the first time, I think would ruffle some people's feathers for sure. Yeah. But anyway, so my apologies to everybody for diverting the conversation. That was supposed to be a quick joke, and then we ended up talking way too much about it. This is what happens sometimes.
Well, why? How come you get all the blame, not me? How come you get all the blame and not me? How come you coach him but not me? Hey, we both did it. It's fine, guys. Yeah. We're all adults. We're having an adult conversation.
That's the last time I'll bring up Satan's Big Gay Chicken. All right, Jesus, it's a good idea.
You know, somebody out in the chat's like, God damn, if this guy's obsessed with that, watch fucking South Park and shut the fuck up.
It's a fun idea. I'm really gonna make a T-shirt. So, anyways, yeah, let us move on. Halloween Kills news time. It's time to talk about Halloween Kills news. But But wait, before we do that, Darren Kersey with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. He says, as a Patreon supporter and a fan, I just want to say that I've always appreciated your support of the LGBT community.
Oh, thank you so much.
Man, thank you very much for that. We really do appreciate it.
Me and Mike is always like, dude, I swear to God, it's one of those things, dude, like the whole gay marriage and people saying, I don't give a fuck. I never cared. I always thought it was so weird that people got so pissed off about that. I was like, if they want to be as miserable as straight folk, then let them be as miserable as straight folk if they want to get married. Like, fuck it. I don't care. Like, I mean, it's like, it doesn't affect me. Like, it's cool, man. Like, do your thing. I'll do my thing. We do our thing.
We have always had a huge support from the LGBT community, and we really appreciate it because, like, we were stupid enough and brazen enough at one point in this YouTube channel. We said, hey, fuck it, one morning at like 10 a.m. Like, let's do it. We went out and we bought an Arby's meat mountain sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And it was it was the Arby's sandwich that had all the meats on it. And we're like, hey, let's tie in a food review with a movie review. Let's review Brokeback Mountain and eat this meat mountain sandwich. A lot of people could have gotten pissed off about that. And they could have taken that the wrong way, and we knew it. And we talked about the scenes in the movie, and we asked the LGBT community questions about how certain things would work out.
I mean, they were honest questions.
They were genuine. And honestly, we put that video out, and it was a little bit of a different time then, but we put it out, and if we were smart at all, we would have never put that video out. But the amount of support and response that we got from that community about that was amazing. They were like, you know what? I appreciate that you guys, you could just tell that you're not fucking, you're just being honest and you're just asking questions. And I think that's what it's about. And it's been that way with us the entire time that we've done this, is that me and Jay have made it no secret that we're straight dudes, never been interested in other men or anything like that whatsoever. But why in the fuck would anybody care or be mad that somebody else was? I've made it, I wish I was gay. I wish I was. Twice the amount of people you can fuck if you're gay, or if you're bisexual, I guess, right? Like, I wish I was.
If you're bi.
Yeah. So I appreciate that, man. That was a nice comment, and we support you guys, and we're really psyched that you guys appreciate us.
It was really nice of you, man. But Halloween news.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, what happened on a Wednesday? Let's get the Halloween news going. Holy shit. That motherfucker's been burning in the oven.
Good God Almighty! All right, Halloween. Thank you very much for that, man. We appreciate the kind words, really do, Darren. Okay, so Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills. There is this burning sensation going on in the communities on Twitter and all that shit. People are saying, hey, there is a Halloween Kills trailer happening on Friday. And I will play the video for you guys that sparked this entire thing. Okay, this video randomly shows up on Reddit. And this is what it looked like. You got to check the classification. It's an Australian trailer that comes up, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to watch. It says Trailer Friday. Take note of where the person's sitting in the quotation marks theater, right? Yeah. This is all footage that we've seen before. And it looks like he's sitting in the front row of a theater, panning his camera up. Mm-hmm. And it's generic footage.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Watch the Red Band trailer on YouTube this Friday. That's the end of the ad, okay? So that thing's got people in a tizzy. Okay, mm-hmm. People are like, oh my god, we're getting a Halloween Kills trailer on Friday. Here's why I think it's fake. A, the guy, why during the time where there's no movies released at all would you be sitting in the front goddamn row doing fucking cracking your fucking neck to watch a movie?
People like to put themselves through unnecessary torture, Mike. You forget.
B, why the fuck were you recording before the trailer even started? I guess unless you're a pirate, why were you recording before the trailer started? C, there's not a single frame of new footage in this. And D, there's not a single frame of new audio in it. I don't believe it's true. I think it's fake. What do you think?
I'm hesitant to give my opinion because I don't want to get fucking anal beated later on if it turns out to be true. But I really don't.
We'll know tomorrow.
Real. No, I don't think it's real. I mean, I know other people have covered the trailer and stuff like that, and trust me, we're not trying to be dickheads about it, but you know, you got to take things with a grain of salt anymore. Again, you heard a cool thing about a trailer from a guy on the internet. like I don't. It's not. I feel like Jason Blum and the studio, David Gordon Green, and what they're doing with Halloween, they'd be a little smarter with their marketing. I just feel like that's a common sense kind of thing. I feel like they would market that and they would do a better job of just having some random guy in Australia film it, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, the cat's on the bag. I guess we should have put that on the Australian movie." They planned out. I'm sure when they're going to release the trailers and how that's all going to shape up toward the release of the movie. They're not just going to make a mistake and put it only in an Australian movie theater and then have that shit, I mean, come on, guys. It's like, if you believe it, and we might be wrong. I'm just saying, but I feel like if you believe it, you might eat a lot of paint chips. I just feel like it's pretty common sense. Well, again, like you're talking about Jason Blum, David Gordon Green, Blumhouse Studios, and you're trying to say they don't know how to do their fucking job. Like you're pretty much saying they have no control whatsoever on any viral marketing that they can do. And they just accidentally released a giveaway in a random Australian theater.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. Had they done that, like, okay, fine. But it's so fucking weird that at the end of it, it's like, hey, this Friday, and then it says on YouTube. Check it out on YouTube. It's like, why, and when has anybody ever released a anticipatory trailer post in a theater for it to only release on YouTube? And some people, and I've got people, dude, I've had people tell me, dude, it's absolutely true. It's true. There's a trailer coming this Friday. I guarantee it's fucking true. And that's fine. If we're wrong, we will come on here on the very next stream we have after, be like, we were wrong. Here's our reaction to the fucking trailer. Yeah. But I'm telling you, the way that it looks is this guy's just got a big fucking TV, which good for this guy. And honestly, I'm not even mad at him. Like, coming in the fucking chat and saying spoilers and shit for a movie is a dick move. But, like, if you just
I'll bet Ash Williams was the guy recording it.
If you just want to, like, this guy just wanted to fuck with people. And, like, I get that people are mad about it. I'm like, that's, like, you got to have a weird sense of humor to do that. But I think some guy was like, I just want to watch the world burn. And I think what he did was he has a big fucking TV screen and he was sitting there watching TV in Australia and he went, man, I got a nice fucking setup. I want to show people this shit. He's like, actually, I'm going to edit my own little video together real quick. Let me throw this shit together. I'm going to throw up this AU, which, by the way, Halloween Kills isn't even listed on that website. I checked. It's not even listed on the AU ratings website. And then I'm going to put this together, just fuck with people. And I'm going to sit at the corner of my at the corner of my big screen setup and make it look like a theater and see if people believe it. And they fucking did. And I don't blame them for it, but I don't think it's real.
Yeah, I don't either. And if we're wrong, like Mike said, we'll eat crow. We'll eat your sneakers. We'll actually wear Nas X's tennis shoes. I'll buy them.
We'll donate our blood to make the tennis shoes.
Yeah, like what is like $20,000 for a fucking pair of shoes? Get the fuck out of here. Go back to TikTok, bitch. Anyway, you're right, dude. Like it would be easy for any, and you're like, why would somebody do that? Like they're bored. They don't fuck. I
just want to fuck with people, It's like a prank.
Like I've been, drunk or something at 3:00 in the morning and be like, I want to post some weird fucking shit. I don't know. I want to go on Facebook and be like, hey, I've seen the new Spider-Man Never Go Home or whatever the fucking title's called. And guess what? Tony Stark comes back. And you're like, why would you do that? It's like, because I don't give a fuck. Like, they're trolls, man. They're professional trolls. Like that's what they.
Or it's just it's a couple dudes sitting around in some dude's theater. I picture like this: there's a couple dudes in Australia sitting in their fucking basement. They got some money. They got a nice place, wherever. They got a nice movie room set up. They're just smoking a blunt. And he's like, dude, I bet you could make a fake fucking trailer and just post it on here and just act like it was the fucking thing, dude. I bet you could do it. And I was like, you dare me to, dude? And I was like, I fucking dare you to, dude. And it's like, let's do it right now. And they just upload it, and then everybody fucking believes it. What gets me is the people that are like, it's fucking 100% fact, dude. I promise you're getting this fucking trailer Friday.
It sounds like fucking Scott Steiner trying to explain what fucking algebra is.
I used
that
to
guy's
get mad.
crazy as fuck.
I used to get mad about this shit. I used to be like, God, fucking assholes lying and spreading rumors on the internet. Because you know how it is. Like, when you cover something, like we cover Halloween, it was really fucking annoying there for a while to be like, okay, if there's Halloween news that comes out, you got to get on it because there's going to be 72,000 goddamn channels that are doing it. And then it turns out fake. You're
What'd
like,
you say, 72,000?
Yeah,
That's light.
Or like, it's just like you waste your fucking time chasing something that was a bullshit rumor because somebody went, and it's annoying. And you know it's annoying for the big, like the fucking cinema blends and shit like that when shit like this happens. But I've gotten to the point now where I almost respect the fucking anarchy of the whole thing. Like I honestly almost, hey, if you do people, what can I say? I wouldn't do it, but hey, you made it realistic enough for people to believe it.
Hey man, like if you gotta cover it to get your views up or to get your subscriber base going and to inject a little adrenaline into their wieners, good for you, man. Fuck yeah. Cover every goddamn dainty ass bullshit rumor around. Holy shit. They might be making Zack Snyder's Justice League with Brandon Ruth. I heard this on We Got This Covered. You run with it. But yeah, dude, it after a while, after hearing this kind of shit over and over and over again, I'm like, I only take shit that's official. I'm not saying that it's not possible that shit can be leaked out. I mean, we live in the internet age. Of course it can. Yeah. But nah, dude. Like,
I don't think it's real at all. I think it's total bullshit.
If somebody came up to me at school and I was like coming out of class and they were like, "Hey, Halloween Kill's gonna be dropping on Friday. YouTube. I saw it. This guy in Australia put it up on the projector screen." I'm like, nah. I wouldn't be mean about it, but I'd be like, nah, man, I think you got took. And he's like, took? I ain't gay. I'm like, no, I ain't saying you gay. I'm just saying I think you stupid. By the way, I want to point out Courtney said, and Courtney, by the way, Courtney Reed, a good friend of ours, love that guy. He's a sneakerhead, and he says, as a sneakerhead, that dude posts everything sneaker related on Facebook, man. He knows the ins and the outs of the Jordans. This guy could work for the fucking company, and he knows more about it than the people that are running the show over there. But he says, as a sneakerhead, those Nas X sneakers are only given to anyone who contributed to a Rob Zombie film.
I believe that shit too. I believe that shit too. There's so much misinformation going on the internet. And by the way, those nice sneakers are hard. I've been trying to get some new Nike Dunk Low Pros. Fucking expensive shit. Can't do it.
He posted something today. I don't even, dude. I like the most expensive shoe I've ever bought was I bought some Skechers boots that were like almost $100. I was like, God damn. And I was like, I felt bad when I walked out of the shoe store. And I saw the prices on those Air Jordans and they're like $225, $400.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you sleep at night? Like, that's how I would feel. I couldn't believe how much they cost, but he posted he was like, Courtney, I hope this is real. And they were like these really sleek looking black red Air Jordans. I'm like, I'd wear those. But they were like, they're probably gonna be like $500.
Well, that on initial release, they're not that bad, but they get swallowed up fast. And then on the re-release market, it's a bunch of resellers, just like it is with sports cards. They just put them up, and then it's gone. And then
how much is Air Jordans on release if you go to Foot Locker?
I don't know. I know I bought mine for $104, and that's the most I've ever spent on a pair of shoes.
How much?
$104.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, and I love those shoes. I've been trying to get a new pair of them though, and trying to get a new pair of them, it's like $225 and I'm not doing it. I'm just talking about
I can't do it. Well, is that scalping? Are they scalping that? Because the Xbox Series X and the PS5. I want one of those, and if you go on eBay, Xbox Series X, the cheapest you can get it for is $735. And it says brand new. It's a $500 system, and then a PS5 is $1,200. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. I was like, because how would you stay in business if you charge $400 for your shoe?
Yeah, no, they're
just a shoe.
Yeah, dude, they're just it's resellers doing their thing. C. Kruger says, what about if The Exorcist came out today? How do you think it would be received?
I think it would be
exact same. Good. Yeah, exact same. I think if The Exorcist came out today, it would blow people's fucking socks off because I still think that's the scariest movie that's ever existed on planet Earth.
Well, we've actually done that on the channel. The channel literally, I get consensus wise, both of us have agreed without a doubt the horror movie of all horror movies.
Yeah.
The Exorcist. And if it came out today, it would fit in just right with The Conjuring, like a shit like that. Like people would be like, God damn, you got to see that shit. That bitch fucking pukes on some bit, and then she stabs herself in the vagina with a cross. I ain't never seen nothing like it.
You talk about getting canceled.
No, they get canceled because
that movie would never exist.
Oh, dude, yeah, they'd have Cradle of Filth doing the soundtrack.
Kool-Aid Unleashed says Macho Man Randy Savage versus the Kool-Aid Man. I don't know exactly what you mean for that. Do you want us to do Macho Man versus the Kool-Aid Man? I don't know if like.
Oh, because they're saying, "Oh yeah," and then, "Oh yeah." Like, I guess which one wins? I think Macho Man would maybe shatter the Kool-Aid Man with his "oh yeah," because he could take that Slim Jim and snap into it and cause reverberations that felt in California.
Bonesaw is ready.
Hey, that's a nice outfit. Did your husband make it for you? I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
I kept doing that to my wife the other day, dude. We were painting the kitchen, and I was going, whenever like the stroke would be smooth, I'd go, "Oh yeah." She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Just like swiping it up and down.
You can't not do it. I mean, I'll do that to. Like, my girlfriend's like, "I got you for 3 minutes." It's actually 30 seconds. 30 seconds of playtime.
At least you didn't do the Nightmare on Elm Street remake version of Freddy Krueger where he's like, "The human brain will have 7 minutes. That gives us 7 minutes to play." Like you said,
you know what? When I first saw that scene, though, I kind of dug it.
That was scary as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
got 7 minutes to play.
I to this day, I still feel like Jackie Earle Haley got a really bad shake. I think he could have been a really good Freddy Krueger, but Robert Englund actually explained it pretty, well and accurately. He said that what happened is that a lot of the kids that were coming up in the, when did that movie come out? 2010? Early,
something like that.
Early 2000s. He's like, they released his version of Freddy Krueger on Blu-ray or DVD collectible, and a lot of kids that had never heard of Nightmare on Elm Street or seen Freddy Krueger, they experienced that. Their parents went out and bought that collectible set, and maybe those kids saw Robert Englund, and then Jackie Earle Haley's shit came out, and he was like, "Yeah, it was just unfair." But the script was poor too. I mean, let's just be honest. The script was really poor. But Jackie Earle Haley was fine. I just felt that digital bullshit on his face was one of the biggest setbacks.
He looked like a burnt squirrel. I remember coming out of that theater and I saw the perfect curmudgeon of responses from that, because I saw this dude and he was with his two like teenage daughters, right? Yeah. And they come out and he was like 30-something years old and they were like in high school and they were like, "Oh my God, that was so scary. That was so scary. That was so good." And he was like, "Shut the fuck up." He's like, "That shit sucked." And you can tell like he grew up from like the original Nightmares and they just saw their first one. He was like, "That shit was fucking trash." And I was like, I don't know. That was
Galfer's dog is throwing down the gauntlet, and I do like your choice, sir, but I don't know about if I'm going to agree with your outcome. He says the Mothman Prophecies is scarier than The Exorcist. Fight me. I don't want to fight you. I just want to say you might be wrong, but I love Mothman Prophecies.
Mothman Prophecies is dope as fuck.
Fucking really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Next time we get with Eric Striffler, by the way, that's the plan. We're doing The Darkness Falls and we're doing Mothman Prophecies commentaries because we both
in your shoe,
movies.
Under your bed. Oh,
chapstick.
I'd be like that one guy that would be like, "It's not true."
Chapstick.
I feel like this, Mike. Look, actually, you're wrong. It's Blistex. Because you'd be that one guy. Like, even though they got it right, you'd be that one guy. Be like, actually, it's Blistex. So it's not just chapstick, asshole. I asked you what was in my shoe under the bed.
One's so one-sided. Jurassic Production says Ben Tramer's death. Ben Tramer's behind it. Revenge for his death. The whole thing was just a binge. That would be fucking. You know how bad that would piss me? If Halloween Ends came out and it was like Ben Tramer, he's like, "Fuckers, I'd lived. You dicks."
I don't
that
want
would
that.
be fucking wild. I don't want that
burnt. He'd be all burnt wiener at the barbecue. he'd be look like Matthew Lillard in Scream 5. He'd be all like fucked up. He'd be like, "Oh, I still want to have sex with you, Lori."
Gypsy Warrior said Trix Rabbit versus Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Who wins? Trix Rabbit. I don't know why, but he's just fruity.
Oh, he's tricky.
Yeah. Tricky.
But Cocoa Puffs, like, he is Coco. Like, you don't know. That motherfucker might do some crazy shit. He might like cheat and bring in like Fred Flintstone from Cocoa Pebbles or something. I don't know. Fruity Pebbles. Whoop that ass.
Marcus Hicks says, thanks, buddy. He says, as much as we want that to be true, unfortunately, Jimmy Champagne made a video about the Kills trailer, and he reached out to Ryan Turk, the producer at Blumhouse, and he confirmed that it's fake. Yeah, just like, we said, it's fucking fake.
That's weird that Jimmy Champagne reached out to Ryan Turk. When I was playing golf with Ryan Turk yesterday.
Yeah, you were. We had dinner.
He literally told me, he said, Jay, I'm like, yes. I was like, if you're gonna tell me you're gonna like not play 18 holes, you're wrong, because I know you're down. He's like, Jay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna pay you the money. That trailer is not real. I'm like, I knew that, Ryan. Get out of here. Get out of my golf cart.
That's actually sort of true, because Turk actually owes us money from the last time we played golf together, and he won't respond to our texts. So we would have been able to tell you that too, but he owes us money. So
I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's just a really awkward moment.
We're just kidding. Yeah, that shit's fake as fuck, dude. We joked around like, oh, if it comes out Friday, we're gonna look stupid, but that confirms it right there. If Jimmy spoke to Ryan, there you go. It's fucking fake. Justin Martin says, hey guys, love your work, and love Jimmy, by the way. He says, hey guys, love your work. If you had to quick pitch your own version of Halloween Kills, what would it be? Justin, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am so fucking jacked to the tits about what I've heard about it and what it is already. I wouldn't do anything different. I want it to be exactly what the fuck it's gonna be. I hate to give you such a short-sighted answer, but from what I've heard, I wouldn't change a goddamn thing.
The only thing I would bring in, and again, I don't know, I would love to see a flashback moment with Loomis, and I would love to have the Cookie Woman cameo. Like an actual woman dressed as a cookie. So he could say, Cookie Woman! like one time. I know people wouldn't get it, probably, unless hardcore fans, but if you had a woman dressed in one of those, how people flip signs and shit, come buy our pizza at Little Caesars, have a cookie woman dressed in that kind of outfit, and it was like, Cookie Woman. It's like that. Yeah, it's a great fucking movie, dude. I don't know. By the way, Vinny says Mothman needed some chamomile tea for that raspy voice, not chapstick. Yeah, he does. She's a chapstick. That motherfucker sounds like Janis Joplin and Macy Gray combined.
Chapstick. That sounded like I actually.
It heard my voice. It heard my voice even listening to him. I was like, ooh. Ooh, baby's sick. Ooh, baby's sick.
All right, man. You want to take I'm gonna take a quick pee, and then if you want to take a quick pee, and then we'll review Godzilla vs Kong.
I know. By the way, let's all give a hand for the 294 of you. We were up to 340, I think.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, these assholes are talking about stupid shit. So.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. Thanks. I feel like I used to when we were in the band, and they were like, just scream, and we'd be in a recording studio, and I'd scream a couple times. They'd be like, was that good? Just trying to do the chapstick thing, dude. I feel like my fucking voice is already going. Chapstick.
When I used those Loomis things yesterday, my fucking throat was on fire for 2 hours.
Oh, I bet
it still hurts today. It still hurts today. I was like, I'm gonna text Mike and be like, dude, I can't talk that long. I got it.
What if you actually saw the Mothman when that scene came up, when he looked under his shoe and the chapstick's there, and she was like, chapstick.
If Richard Gere had looked like that?
No, the actual Mothman popped up, and it was the Mothman on the bed. I was like,
I'd be like, I'm scared of that thing more than anything I've ever been scared of in my life, because it's a deranged homeless man pretending to know what's going on.
Just flapping with its fucking Mothman wings out the window.
At that point, it would have been a different story. It was just a guy that was stalking him and pretending to be the Mothman. And I don't know.
Yeah, it was a copycat.
Yeah, it was like a copycat guy. That might have been scarier. I don't know.
All right, I'll be right back, man.
All right. Yeah, man. Mothman Prophecy is some good shit, dude. I think the ending of that movie, it gave me goosebumps. Wake Up Number 357. I think that was what it was said. I don't remember. I rented that movie on an off chance that it would be good. I saw Richard Gere. I'm like, I loved him. He's risky. He shoved a gerbil in his butt one time or whatever it was. And let's just see what happens. But it was good. It was a really good movie. And it gave me goosebumps. It kind of gave me nightmares. I think that the scariest part about that was that it was maybe based on a true story. And the one scene in the movie where he lays down, I think it's in the hotel room, and his dead fucking wife from Will and Grace is looking at him. I'm like, God damn, like, that shit scared me. What's up, Lex? By the way, Lex Green did a really nice thing for us. It was awesome, man. The Nick Castle cameo was a really cool fucking thing. It was amazing. And I also want to say to Lex Green, man, you have come a long way from where you were as far as like, with what happened to you and stuff. And that is fucking awesome. And I'm really proud to know you and happy to know you. It's badass. And, thanks, man. That cameo, like, and, it's weird, like thinking that Nick Castle might even see our video maybe with the Michael Loomis thing, and then he'd be like, "Who's that asshole that pretends to be Donald Pleasance?" I don't even know who that is. I'm like, yeah, he's just some guy that's pretending to be Donald Pleasance. It's not really. He's like, yeah, obviously that guy needs to be quartered. He's an asshole. And then, but it was awesome. It was cool shit. Galford's dog says the 2002 remake is scarier, or of The Ring is scarier than The Exorcist. Ooh, I don't know, man. Them fighting words for a lot of people's. I think The Exorcist is one of those rare films that holds up as far as like being not only relevant as far as like a horror movie goes, but actually terrifying in a lot of quarters along the internet and people's um, interests. It's a terrifying movie, man. Even if you're an atheist, it's fucking scary. Like, because it's like, oh shit, did I get that wrong? Can a fucking demon come and crawl up my butthole and take me over? I don't know. Maybe. Glenn Harris says, I want to see a horror Tinder date movie. Man, I wish you had been around when I was married. I know it wasn't a Tinder date movie, but yeah, that would be a good one. Tinder date movie would be pretty good. JT Custom says, "Hey Jay, did you hear about the Godzilla versus Kong review bombings of Release the Snyder Verse?" Mike and I actually talked about that. I had no idea that was going on. I hope it's not true. I hope that us fans of Zack Snyder and the Snyder Verse, restore the Snyder Verse hashtag, let's make it happen. Didn't do that because that's fucking stupid. That defeats what we're doing. They're already calling us, the mainstream media's toxic fans. They called us toxic fans before Restore the Snyder Cut was even out, when we were, hashtagging that motherfucker and putting the law down on it. So we don't need to give them any more ammunition. So I hope no one's doing that at all. Silent Bill says Exorcist definitely holds up, and surprising, yeah, dude. To this day, it really is. I mean, it's shot really well. It looks good. The music is amazing. The acting is off the charts. It fucking. By the way, interesting side note to that. Do you know the scene where I can't remember the father, the guy's name, the father, the main priest, when he tells the demon to come inside of him. I know, that's what she said. I already know, but when he's saying, take me or whatever, get out of Reagan, and he jumps out the window right before the demon can take him over. And he falls down those famous steps, and he's laying there, and you see him like, he's dying. The director of that movie, actually, the reason why he got such a great performance out of that dude is because when he hit the bottom of the steps, the director went over and smacked that fucking dude in the face like he owed him money. Like, he was like, "You're good." He was like, "Action!" And so that dude, the main priest dude that was laying at the very bottom of the steps, was so pissed off, was so mad. That's why they got such a good, reaction of him shaking, and he was mad because the director had just literally smacked his gold fillings out of his mouth and said, "Action!" Like, crazy shit. Karis, yeah, Karis. By the way, The Exorcist Part 3 is really good. If you guys haven't checked that out, The Exorcist 2, fuck that. Like The Exorcist 2 is like watching your car get washed, and they don't wash everything off. It's a boring ass fucking movie with no payoff. It's terrible. Just go to The Exorcist Part 3. Really good shit. Really good stuff. Jonathan Nichols says, Jay, a Pumpkinhead commentary would be amazing. I don't want to say that we haven't done one. It would be that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I really do like Pumpkinhead a lot. I feel like it could be. I think it could be redone and done in a very good way. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we did a commentary for that. I don't. Maybe we did. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Mike.
What?
Did we do a commentary for Pumpkinhead?
I don't think so. I think we reviewed it.
Okay,
No,
yeah. Okay, well, if we haven't done one yet, that'd be a good commentary. That'd be fun.
That would be a fun one, man. I would love to do that commentary. I love that movie. I love all of you. I love cheese.
So I'll be back soon.
Okay.
You have your time and fun.
Yes, and when Jay comes back, we will review Godzilla vs. Kong. Spoiler free. I did see right before I left, I mentioned, I saw that Diane mentioned what's going on with the coffee. That is very, very, very soon. Maybe even as early as tomorrow, I'll have an announcement about that. But we're super psyched about that, Dan. I think that's going to be super awesome. I can't wait to fucking get my own, just like Wham coffee. That's going to be cool as shit. It's called Monday Morning Brew. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be cool. Yeah. So how's everyone doing tonight? How are you? Is everyone feeling thick? Clinton's never seen Pumpkinhead. Oh, dude, that's a great one to watch. And if you want to wait a little bit longer, it's the perfect movie to watch like right as fall sets in. It's just got a nice fall feel to it, this Pumpkinhead, for sure. Marcus Hicks says, are you guys excited for Spider-Man No Way Home in December? I am. I'm excited for a Spider-Man movie. I'm always excited for the Spider-Man movies. If I'm being completely honest, I'm a little less excited for them these days than I used to be. I think Tom Holland's fine. I think he does a good job. It's just there's something not as exciting. I don't know what it is. I still love Spider-Man, but there's just something not as exciting. I really can't put my finger on it, you know? The flavor of the coffee, Will, is Guatemalan. It's Guatemalan coffee. And apparently it's really fucking good shit, man. So I can't fucking wait. It's not in K-cups. It's going to be in bags. Apparently, if we do pretty well, then maybe there's going to be some options to do that in K-cups or something. I don't know if it's K-cups or other flavors or what the deal is, but super psyched. Jeremy, I flipped the room around. It's just the mirror my screen thing on Zoom that you can do. You can click it either way. Yeah, they did make 4 goddamn pumpkin movies. Glenn, what's up, buddy? I love you. We reviewed the second one. I know that for a fact. We have a review for the second Pumpkinhead, and it's not the same at all. I liked it in a weird way. A lot of people don't. Have not seen Psycho Gore Mancosi, but I've heard a lot about that for sure. It's definitely one I plan on checking out at some point. Gary Catlow says, oh my God, when Godzilla put his foot on Kong's chest, I thought Kong was going to say save Mothra. Yeah. Why did you say that name? We'll get into all that. Again, it'll be spoiler free, but there's some wild shit in that movie. Yeah, I'm a K-cup guy myself. I love K-cups because I try to only do 1 cup of coffee because I have anxiety. I have too many cups of coffee. I get fucking wily in my head. My heart starts pounding. These days, though, I've been inching towards like 2 cups of coffee, maybe even 3. I got some espresso beads in the old desk drawer. Sometimes I'll pop a couple of those and be fucking right and go and ready to go, and it feels good in my tchotchkes. But I do try to keep it light on the caffeine. Blue Radix says, Mike, favorite Sopranos and Breaking Bad character. Favorite Breaking Bad character, it's got to be Bryan Cranston, not to be so generic, but it's got to be Sopranos character. It's absolutely Tony Soprano, but at the same time, dude, I really love Chrissy. I love Chris Moltisanti's whole thing. I don't know why. There's just something about that guy. His plight is so fucked up. He just goes through all of the emotions and the whole. I also love Paulie because he's just such a fucking open dick. You know what I mean? Silvio is the best. I watched the episode last night where they asked Tony about Richie, and Tony's like, hey, what do you think we should do about Richie? And Silvio just goes, he's like, hey, I heard Richie's trying to plot against us. He's trying to plot to kill me or whatever. And he's like, what do you think we should do? And Silvio lights his fucking cigarette, and they're in the Bada Bing, and Metallica's playing in the background with the strippers. He walks up to the cameras, hits his cigarette. He's like, he turns back around. He walks back up to Tony. He goes, I think we could do without a friend. And he's like, all right, make it happen. Make the hit fucking happen. I love Silvio. There's so many good characters in that show, man. It's a great fucking show. I love Sopranos, man. I love it forever and always. Jeremy says, don't drink Death Wish coffee. That shit has 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. It's the only way I can get through the day. I stay away from it. I love the logo. I love the skull and crossbones. I love all that shit. But yeah, anything too much caffeine, I'm afraid it'll send me into a pure anxiety attack. So I kind of stay away from it. But I do like the cut of their jib. Dark Road, I do think the Mini Saints of Newark will be really fucking good. I just have high hopes for it. I don't know. I think it's going to be really interesting. A show without Tony, because obviously, James Gandolfini, rest in peace. It's not going to be the same, but I think it's going to be really interesting what they do all these years later. For sure, man. God damn, I love The Sopranos. That's a great fucking show. My favorite insult that Tony ever had in the show is he calls someone a fucking wackadoo. He's like, I don't know, she's a fucking wackadoo. And I say that shit like 3 times a week now. For sure. I think it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be on HBO Max. You guys know what fucking grinds my gears? How crazy is this? We're about to review Godzilla vs. Kong. We're talking about the Mini Saints in Newark. We talked about the little things. Obviously, we've talked about the Snyder Cut. The full commentary of the Snyder Cut will be up for everybody Saturday night. 4-hour-long commentary. For the Patreons, it's up now. But what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. How crazy is it that Disney has Maya or whatever that movie is now, and then they have Black Widow coming out. They're charging upwards of almost $30 on top of the Disney Plus fee to show their new movies. And HBO Max is like, fuck it. Y'all can have that shit for free. It's like $9.99 or whatever it is for $14.99 for HBO Max a month. You get the new movies for free. And then Disney has the fucking balzinis to be like, nah, it's an extra $30, bitch, because we're the fucking mouse house. Suck my dick. That's crazy to me that they can get away with that. Hi, Jay. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You know I can't hear you. You looked at me, you slut.
No, actually, it was on mute still the entire time. Guess what? I was going to say something, and I totally forgot what it was. No, I know what you... I was saying that I heard about the $30 that Disney Plus was going to charge for Black Widow. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I won't pay my child support this month just to look at Scarlett Johansson's ass. I mean, I won't do it.
Worth it.
Your morality compass is all askew. It's not mine. It's yours for making me have this decision. That's stupid. I mean,
crazy,
HBO
man.
Max is where it's at, man. Right now, I mean, HBO Max is where it's at. And I have a lot of problems with HBO. HBO Max has made some stumbles, in some of the things they've said and done. But Disney Plus you already pay the subscription anyway. So why the fuck are they going to charge an extra $30 for you to watch Black Widow?
Because they fucking can. And the movie Raya or whatever that they have playing now, they're charging the same thing, even though it's in theaters. Nut baggy shit, dude. But anyway,
and by the way, I'm interested. By the way, it's not that I don't want to see Black Widow. It looks promising. The trailers look fucking great.
I'm just gonna go to the theater,
and I want to see Crossbones. I would love to see not Crossbones. Taskmaster. I want to see Taskmaster. Masturbator. I want to see Taskmaster. As much as the next guy, but for $30, man, Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
I'm just gonna go to the movie theaters and watch it. That's just what I'm gonna do. But anyways, let's review Godzilla vs. Kong.
It sucked.
It sucked.
No, it was good, man.
Yeah,
I liked it.
So, and again, this is spoiler free. But I watched it. You watched it, I guess, on HBO Max as well.
Yeah.
Wanted to go to the theater see it because it's a movie that you do want to watch on theaters if you can do so safely. It wasn't a safety thing for me. It was just like I had the kids, had to watch it on TV. But I'll say this, man. Like, everybody's giving this movie a lot of love, and I'm a huge Adam Wingard fan. Like what he's done in the smaller horror community, and he's built his career up to where he can make gigantic movies like this. And next he's going to do Face Off 2, and then he's going to do the Wildcats movie apparently, or the Thundercats. Really love Adam Wingard. And look, there's not a whole lot you can say about this movie, but in a nutshell, the fucking fights are good. And the Godzilla versus Kong actual fights are amazing. But I'll be honest with you, man. I'm getting to the point now where I'm kind of not. I'm done with just being like, oh, the people sucked and the story was boring, but I'll let it go. Like at this point, I kind of feel like they need to get that shit right. You know, they need to get the people and the storyline right as well. That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's the same exact thing as the other movies. King of the Monsters, Godzilla. The same thing. The actual fighting, the special effects, amazing. It's got some of the best fighting, and my favorite fighting of the entire Godzilla thing, probably of the modern ones. It's definitely got the funnest fight scenes in it. But I'm also just kind of done with the fact that the characters and the story is still boring. And
I kind of agree. I thought it was when I watched it, when I was done, I'm like, yeah, it was good, man. Like I had a good time. It's a fun movie. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's a popcorn film. You know, if you were going to the theater to see this, you're going to get your money's worth for it. If you paid the $14.99 on HBO Max, you're going to get your money for it. It's all good. The thing about it is, it felt fucking scattered a little bit. Like there's a lot of it. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't know what you're doing. Like you're going here and then you're going here and then you're going there. And then they got a spaceship kind of thing from The Last Jedi, and they're going to the center of the earth, and maybe they'll meet Will Ferrell in the middle of it. I don't fucking know. But you know, what I was there for was the monster fights and to see the monsters. And they did a good job with that. They did deliver that. And I personally liked King of Monsters more than most people probably did. I thought it was a good movie. I thought they set up Godzilla really good. I loved Ghidorah. I loved that whole fucking scene. I love the sequence and the events that were leading up to those moments. The King Kong Godzilla thing, it's like watching like the main event of a WCW old school like Halloween Havoc. Like the main event is where it's at, and it's gonna be fucking rocking off the tits. And then the undercards kind of fucking suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it's a really good analogy.
Like that's the best I can say for it. And again, I didn't hate it. And by the way, I didn't hate it, not at all. But like, I had fun, man. It was a good, solid movie, but like it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything like I was like blown away by. Like when I watched it, you know, when I watched King of Monsters and stuff like that, I walked away. Well, I did see that in the theater. Maybe that made the difference. And when I walked out of the theater for that, I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. Like it was amazing. Maybe it made a difference if I saw it in the theater, but I felt like the story wasn't long enough. I feel like the time wasn't given enough to develop certain plots that I wanted to see or flesh out certain moments that I felt like needed to be fleshed out, but I still liked it. I mean, it was still, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, honest to God, like you could honestly review this movie in a sentence. It's like the monster fights were great. The rest of the movie left something to be desired. And that's pretty much the review for the movie. But at the same time, like, I just can't, I felt this way when I saw Godzilla. When I saw the Bryan Cranston movie, I was like, that's weird. Like, it's Bryan Cranston, right? The story should be better. Like, we don't get enough of Godzilla in that movie, but the story around him wasn't that great either. And then in this movie, it's like, but it's not like you don't have a decent cast. I mean, you have Millie Bobby Brown. You have Kyle Chandler, by the way, is one of my favorite actors. Him and Lee Pace are two of the most underrated actors working today. If you've seen Friday Night Lights, you know Kyle Chandler's a fucking beast of an actor.
But they underused him like a motherfucker.
He's like in like 3 scenes. Like he's there to go, I'm really fucking stressed out because I got to chase Godzilla. Honey, would you just give me a break? And then at the end of the movie, he shows up to go, oh, it's okay. And like you had Kyle Chandler, who, and you know, Wolf of Wall Street, Friday Night Lights, an amazing actor. The dude from the Skarsgård guy from True Blood,
Alexander Skarsgård. Yeah, Alex Skarsgård. Yeah,
he was my favorite actor in the movie because he did actually have a lot of speaking lines. He was on screen a lot, and it was a different role for him because usually he's kind of like the brooding guy or whatever. In this, he was like kind of like a wacky sort of Chris Pratt type character, and I actually really did enjoy him. Like I think they did a good job with him.
Sidebar: when I was watching Alex Skarsgård, when he had his sunglasses on at one point, when he was, dude, do you not think he would be a really good Johnny Cage?
Oh, he would. He'd also be a good Cyclops, I think.
Yeah, I think he could pull off either one of those roles really well. But anyway, yeah, you're right. It's one of those things that it promised a bigger delivery than we got. I'm not saying it's as bad as like the exhibition with fucking Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson or anything like that. It's not that bad. It's just I feel like things could have been fleshed out a little bit more. And somebody, Eobor Thawne, actually mentioned, is it like Freddy versus Jason? No, it's not. It's not like that. I mean, there's a little bit more heart involved in it than just having Freddy Krueger beat the shit out of Jason and vice versa. But I feel like it's somebody that was so excited to get you to King Kong versus Godzilla that they forgot some of the other shit they needed to do before they got there. Like, oh yeah, I need to make this plot make sense, or I need to flesh out that a little bit more, and we'll just do a quick edit here, and then we're jumping over here, and then we're over there, and like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
it was a fuck road. Like, yeah, it's, I don't know.
But at the same time, am I wrong? There's some cool scenes. There's some little cool Godzilla or mainly King Kong scenes that happen. There's one Jeepers Creepers style Kong scene. You know what I'm talking about? That was pretty fucking dope. But as far as like the Godzilla versus Kong scenes, if you look at the trailer, you see two basic battlegrounds in the trailer. One in the water and then one in the neon-soaked buildings that you see. And you see those in the trailer, and basically that's pretty much the only two scenes you get with them fighting. And they do fight. The end of the movie's great. There's a really cool spin that they do at the very end of that fight. By the way, there is a very clear winner between them, in my 100%, opinion.
Yeah. Dude, and I'm not going to lie, like, if you're going to ask whose dick's bigger, the question is answered.
Yeah, we won't say who, but the
I'm not going to say
answered.
who it is, but look, the look that's given, I feel like the one that won when they walked off, it should have been whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be. Like, you could have had that moment. I mean, it was so clear who fucking fucked up who.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a winner.
Like, yeah, dude.
There is a winner.
Jesus Christ.
And the fight was good. And the fight was good. And the fight before that was good. But again, I'm just kind of over at this point. And I hate to do this because I love Adam Wingard. But I'm kind of over at this point. The saying, oh, we kind of seem to all give it a pass, and there's all positive reviews for it, and that's great. I'm happy to see that. But we seem to all give it a pass. That they're like, okay, in these movies, the characters are going to be boring, the story is going to be a little bit boring, but the monster fights make up for it. I mean, guys, it's been fucking 10 plus years that we've been doing these modern Godzilla movies. I feel like we should start to ask for a little bit more. I feel like if you've got Kyle Chandler and you've got Skarsgård and you've got pretty big name actors in there, really good actors, I feel like you should be able to formulate a better, more interesting story from the point of view of the people on the ground than you're doing. And it's the exact, as far as the people go, it's the exact same kind of shit we got in Godzilla and in King of the Monsters. It's the exact same over the top. There's a big dude in a fucking big cave doing big shit, and then we're gonna go from Hong Kong to here. And like, I think the movie that did it best was Kong Skull Island with John Goodman, and they had that old school soundtrack. That was and Samuel L. Jackson. They had the most interesting people of all of them, more interesting than this movie. This, again, the exact same thing with the people on the ground. It's the exact same as you saw in King of Monsters. It's the exact same as you saw in Godzilla. It's not good enough.
I thought King of Monsters was put together better, like in a lot of ways better than this. Like
I enjoyed this one better.
I don't know, man. I liked King of Monsters, and I know it got a bad score, but I liked King of Monsters a lot. I just feel like they put more personality behind Godzilla. They had the plots between the humans and Godzilla. The relationship was more expanded on. In this one, like, again, I don't know how else to explain it, dude. It's like he was trying to get to the best part of the movie as quick as he could, and there was a lot of things left in the trail as he was going. And again, I mean, I couldn't make this movie. I mean, nobody, it would be a hard task for anybody to, but, and again, I'm not saying it's a shitty movie. I just think that it's overhyped a little bit. I think some people are really, really hyping it up, that it's, and these same people, not these people, but the people that are, if the Zack Snyder Justice League people are going in and review bombing this and saying it sucks, that's not fair.
That's
it's not
awful.
A shitty movie at all.
No,
it's a good movie. It's a solid film. It really is. It's a solid flick, and you'll have fun watching it. But if you're expecting some kind of deep, really like impactful movie, you're not going to get it. And the best you're going to say when you walk away from it, most people, it's a great popcorn flick. And that's what it is. I mean, if you watch Godzilla and then you watch Skull Island and then you watch The King of Monsters and this, it's a decent wrap up. But what's crazy to me is they gave more time to King of Monsters. It came in at 2 hours and 10 minutes. This movie comes in an hour and 53 minutes. And these are like two of the biggest fucking monster titan things ever. And you're only going to give them an hour and 53 minutes. I feel like there was at least, I thought I was going to look at a 2.5 hour film, and it's an hour and 53 minutes.
And see, I actually think with what they had to work with the people, I think the movie should have been an hour and a half. I think the movie should have been an hour and 20 minutes. If hosts can come out and it can get the job done with a horror movie in under an hour, and if we're not going to have a really interesting storyline with the people on the ground, then I think that you should just make the movie an hour and 20 minutes long, cut the shit short, and get into the fucking monster fights. That, to me, would have been a way fucking better movie than what I sat through, because I sat through so much goddamn exposition and so much Lost in Space shit with the and honestly, God, dude, to be honest with you, some of the spaceship stuff felt a little bit Lava Boy and Shark Girl to me. Like when the spaceship would like light up and they would like fly around to this. I'm like, it's a little corny. You know what I mean? Like if we're not gonna make it good, let's just get to the fucking fight already. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I guess Chase Banks is gonna have to take back his comment. He's like, I agree with Mike. There should have been more character development. You can't do that in an hour and 20 minutes, my bro.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that the story was good enough for the character development. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that the characters weren't interesting enough to make up the time that they already had on screen. I wouldn't give them any more. You know what I mean?
The thing, like, it really comes down to this. There's going to be pockets of fans that want more character development on the human side, and then there are fans that just want to see the fucking fight between the two Titan monsters, right? You got to find a good balance between either one. I do not think it was executed in any way whatsoever good enough for either camp. I feel like it was a rushed.
True. Yeah.
It was rushed in a lot of ways, and I'm not taking anything from the director at all. I'm not saying that he's a shitty director or anything like that, but I felt like it was a balancing issue, and the studio was like, well, you know, people are going to want to see King Kong and Godzilla, you know, fight, knuckle up, what the fuck happens, but at the same time, you got to have the human story and how it all comes together. And it's a delicate rope to walk for sure. Character development, fine, good, great, awesome. At the same time, people aren't there to fucking watch the goddamn story between the characters and the humans.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Why do you go see a Godzilla movie? Why do you go see a King Kong movie?
Right.
Why do you go see any of those movies that have to do with like these giant, larger than life monsters? It's to watch them beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The thing is, I know you got to have a little story. You got to have a little pepper on your steak, but it doesn't have to be overdeveloped. Like, you don't. Here's the, and I don't want to give too much away. One of the worst things, I think, one of the biggest mistakes they made in this movie, they spent way too much on one character, spent way too much on a particular group of characters, and I was like, I know what you guys are doing. And I don't like it because I think it's stupid. I don't think you're balancing out anything. And I think that you're almost trying to shovel feed this into the audience's mouth. Like, this is the good guy, this is the bad guy, and this is the way that we go. And by the way, you could see the fucking twist coming a mile away. I'm just saying, I think that you could have balanced it out and cut it up a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it is what
I
it
totally
is.
agree.
I
totally agree.
you know, at the end of the day, it was still a movie. I mean, it was still a fucking fun movie, man. I'm gonna give it a 7.0.
Yeah, you cannot deny what a great job they did with the actual fight. The fight was beautiful. It looked awesome. And I was sitting there, I was like commentating the fight, by the way. I was watching with MJ and I was commentating. I was like, oh, he just bitch smacked him. And then the other dude gets up and you're like, oh, he's like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't having that. Like, you could literally, like, there's some epic fucking one-on-one fight moments. And like, you know, we defer on whether it's King of Monsters or Godzilla vs. Kong between us. And even though I have problems with this movie, it's Godzilla vs. Kong because I felt like the fight was funner and it was less serious. Like, it was actually like a street fight almost between the two of them. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I like King of Monsters because at least they picked a fucking side. You know what I mean? Like, they wanted character development. They wanted to build up the idea of Godzilla and the history and the myth behind him, and then doing all this extra stuff. At least they picked a side. In this one, it felt like they were unsure. Like, the balance was off. You know what I mean? Like, they just didn't know. I mean, it was like, all right, are we going to spend more time here? Are we going to spend more time over here? Okay, let's fucking, you know, have the WWF Royal Rumble right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But it was fun, man. It was a fun movie. I don't like it as much as the other ones, but it's a 7. It's a solid 7. And that's the end of the day for me.
Yeah, it's my favorite outside of Kong Skull Island, personally, because because in the other ones you had all this other stuff going around, and in this one you just got a straight up, for the most part, one-on-one fight between the two of them, and I can enjoy the fist fight. You know what I mean? Like, it was a little bit more centrified, so I liked it a little bit better than the other ones. And at the time, to be honest with you, at the time I probably gave those higher scores than I'm going to give this one. I'm going to give this a 6.5 because, and it's almost unfair to this movie, but at the end of the day, once again, I feel like at this point, at least 3 movies into this modern Godzilla universe, we should expect more out of the characters and what they're doing outside of the fights. Yeah. I think we should expect more. I think if you got this much money and you've got this much time, you should do better. And you've got these great actors with Kyle Chandler. I think they should do better with these characters. Well, and I think we should stop we should stop making excuses for these movies because like, oh, but we're all there for Godzilla vs Kong anyway, so who cares if the rest of the story makes up more. There's more running time with the characters, the human characters, than there is the other characters. So make them fucking interesting next time, okay? I'm done.
My camera died.
Oh, did it? Sorry.
Godzilla beat the shit out of it. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And you can't have someone like as good as Kyle Chandler just on the sidelines. Like, I mean, I know it may be a little spoiler, dude, but the people that like Kyle Chandler, especially in King of Monsters and like, you know, his whole arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's barely in the fucking movie, dude. Like, I'll just be straight honest with you, and that's not a spoiler. Like, that guy's barely in it. So if you're there for that kind of development on that relationship between him and his daughter, no, man, like they fucked that up. They don't
just
really
let
do
it go
much with that at all. Like it's like the motherfucker was on a different set and they forgot that he was in the movie, and then they were like, oh shit, he was in the movie, but he's doing this sitcom. Let's call him in here real quick and get him to do a scene.
Yeah.
Like, it was just stupid. But
I agree with you, man.
But it was fun though. It like, again, I've said that 300 times. Take a shot every time I say fun, you'll die.
The fights
every
were
time
fun.
I say fun, yeah, they were fun as fuck, man.
Marcus Tick says, have you guys ever heard that Fede Alvarez, the producer of the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, has seen the movie and he says it's fantastic? You couldn't expect him to say anything else, but I hope it is fucking fantastic, man. I really hope that movie's great.
No, I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, it's one of those things like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, like in my opinion, the remake was the best one they ever did. So I mean, we'll see. I hope it's fucking great, man. But you know, that's a lot. That's big. That's big boots to fill. Those them Timberlands.
These boots are made for fucking
and you ain't gonna have Jessica
Charlie.
Biel, that hot ass in those jeans.
Gary Catlett says, I thought the character design in the last fight was so cool. I wish he was in it longer. Yeah, and in the last fight, especially, I mean, really, the entire movie is just all about that last fight, and that's cool. And the last fight was great, but like, dude, when the monster's on screen, I'm having a real hard time not looking at my phone, and I'm kind of tired of letting that be good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, they try to throw in the emotional aspect to it. In relation with Kong, again, it's not giving much away. I'm not going to tell you exactly why that is, but at some point you're like, all right, come the fuck on. I'm not listening to a Sarah McLachlan commercial. Like, come on. I want to see some fights and I want to see some good shit. But you guys, again, it's one of those things. I think the movie should have been longer. I think a 2.5 hour movie would have been fine. If they're going to go the route of developing the characters, which they were trying to do, then you're going to have a 2.5 hour movie or 2 hour and 25 minute movie. If you're not going to do that, then, you know, your hour and 25 minute movie would work. If that's all you're going to do is show the fights, that's fine. I mean, but if you're going to, what they were attempting to do, Adam Wingard was trying to do, was showcase too much and had too little time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you completely, man. So, hey, watch it for yourself. Let us know what you think. My score is 6.5. Jay's is 7. I think that says it all right there. Gary Harris says, I've been following the channel since 2018. The Michael and Loomis impersonations are hilarious. Keep it up, guys. Thanks so much, man. Gary. And I believe we're getting together again on Monday, right? So,
no, I won't be doing that.
Well,
I won't be doing that. I can't do it, Mike.
You fucker.
I gotta go to the center of the earth and see if Kong is okay. Are you stupid?
Fuckalizing, fuckaloo.
Oh, is that a spoiler? It's not.
Hey, we love you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you guys for partying with us. It's been a fun Wednesday.
No, Richie worked. You don't say you're sorry. I don't know if you're apologizing to somebody in the chat, but don't be sorry. I just thought I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know, man. I know that Easter's this Saturday, Sunday, so I hope everyone has a good Easter. But we'll see you before then. We'll see you guys on Friday night,
dude. I can't wait for the awkward fucking family moments. Do you guys have those like on Easter? Like, do Easter Sunday is like one of the most awkward like family gatherings that you can get, like outside of maybe Thanksgiving, but it's really awkward because you're always going to have somebody drinking too much and they're going to come in and they're going to say shit they probably shouldn't say, or you're going to be around people you don't want to be around. So you're going to drink a little bit and then you might say a little shit more frosty than you should. It's just, dude, I'd rather just fucking, I don't know, hang out in my room and just not talk. I
love watching the kids hunt the Easter eggs, man. But yeah, the family things, so they're always awkward.
Well,
there's always going to be someone that fucks it up for everybody.
Dude, it's always that one, especially if somebody like your cousin or something like brings over a new boyfriend or a new husband, and they're like, "This is so and so," and you're like, "Yeah, Yeah. How you doing? And then they don't talk. They're like, hey, dude, that actually happened recently.
Someone brought over a new boyfriend. Who? Hey, who was it?
No, it wasn't a new boyfriend. It was my sister's husband that I don't talk to. I'm like him and I. Yeah, dude. Him and I barely talked ever. And I went over and I said something. I don't know what it was, and he was like. And then I was like, yeah, so that's what I said. And I thought it was funny, but obviously you proved me wrong. And he was like, like, this is the most miserable bastard I've ever seen in my life.
At least I don't have any family members bringing over new boyfriends or anything like that.
Well,
So
no, it's her husband, but my sister and I don't really hang out. So I don't really know anything that's going on in her life. She's probably been married to this fucker for 2 years. I don't know. but we don't talk. And I saw him and I was trying to talk to him a little bit, and it's just like talking to, like, you know, like when you paint your walls and like the paint is kind of like dribbling down.
Yeah,
it'd be like talking to the dribbling paint and seeing what direction it wants to go in.
I can imagine that. What are you poking your eye hole? No. Stop poking your eye.
I'm touching it.
You're touching your eye. Can you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Say goodnight.
Bye.
Did
you like Godzilla versus King Kong?
Yeah.
Can you give it a score from 1 to 10? What?
Did you say 5?
1.
5?
1?
1.
1. She gave it a 1, dude. She shit all over that thing. I mean, she pooped all over that thing.
That's the worst movie ever. Get out of here.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, one more super chat. Gary Catlow says, who's both of your all's favorite, King Kong or Godzilla? Mine is Godzilla. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I started this thing rooting for Kong. And not a spoiler because it doesn't give anything away, but there's just something about the snarkiness that Godzilla has and the way he does stuff when he's like,
yeah,
like Godzilla for Godzilla.
Godzilla is the manager at a Rite Aid that knows that he has the power to fire you. Like, he just knows. He knows that you're gonna smart off once, and he can put you on blast.
That's the truth, dude. It's the absolute truth. Are you just showing off your nails?
Oh yeah, those are nice. I like those. I don't have any nails myself, but those are nice.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys Friday night live, but we'll have videos up between now and then.
See you guys.